I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX, Jackson, KNXX, Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, August 9th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 98. In hour one of today's show, we'll preview the Saints' first preseason matchup against the Arizona Cardinals, and we'll also talk the latest with LSU football on the recruiting trail. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what up? Yo, what's happening? Hope you're having a great Friday, August 9th, 2024. That's right, baby. It's August 9th. Hell yeah. Which means
that tomorrow's the 10th.
True.
Yesterday was the 8th.
What I'm looking for is how many, also true, what I'm looking for
23 days.
How many Fridays until it's like we're going to bed and there's college football on Saturday?
15 days until Florida State, Georgia Tech, and Dunblade.
Okay. And then, so 15, so
we got
2 Fridays?
Yeah.
Hell yes, dude. It's almost upon us. Not to say that there won't be football this Saturday, because there will. Saints preseason football. And actually, to be completely honest, kind of about as interesting of a preseason game as you will find, which we'll get into here in a bit. I think there's a ton to watch with this New Orleans Saints team. I think we're going to have a good show today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to drink a lot of Coors Light. So come hang out with us as we celebrate football here on OTB. How we feeling, everyone? Jake with the Pearl Snaps on. My man's feeling good this morning. What's up, dude?
There was like a time from 2009 to 2012 that if you saw me, it was probably going to be in Pearl Snaps.
Damn, just every day?
Almost.
It's every day, bro. It's Taylor's favorite song. Does anybody remember that song? London is my city. No, nobody. Okay. Alondra, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad it's Friday.
England is my city. What? It's a line from the song. Yeah, it's really dumb.
What song?
Guy from the UK. It's every day, bro. It's like an old Logan Paul song, like early YouTube. But there was this very chubby, pale, blonde kid from the UK, and one of his lines was, England is my city. And I thought that was very funny. A lot of people did. Taylor, Dole, what's up, dude? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. A little bit of a long day yesterday. Another long one today. We're pulling double duty, but look, it's Friday. We're ready for the weekend.
What's
double duty? What's the other one?
I'm filling in for Paul on AFR.
So how was what you do yesterday that made it so long? AFR?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it had anything to do with LSU. All right, look, I think this is what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to dive into this Saints preseason game. Then we got a lot of Saints audio to get to. Don't worry, we won't subject you to too much Dennis Allen, but there are a couple of things worth playing here.
We're starting off our Friday talking about the Saints?
Yeah, bro, yes. What do you mean? Preseason game tomorrow, of course, yes. Also...
How do we feel about this group?
We do have a...
Killed the vibe a little bit. That's fine.
Guys, it is... No. Alondra, you're not going to be on this side because just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how, look, this is the NFL franchise for the state. Like, this is one of the most beloved teams in the Gulf South region. Of course, on a sports show, we're going to talk about them. Don't play that game.
Wow, so now we just answer to the man, huh?
Yeah.
This is actually perfect, though, because what do we do on Friday last hour? It's always weekend vibes. Let's start slow, build up to the last hour.
You know who's
to start.
You know who's going to start?
Always.
I mean, you know who's going to talk about the Saints if we don't do it?
Every show.
No one. Literally no one outside. I mean, like, not locally. Like, if we don't talk here on 104.5 ESPN about the Saints, the only other people that will are like 870, whatever you listen to in Lafayette, like, 11:30 a.m. Shreveport, like, whatever. Like, we have to. You can't turn on, get up, and have to talk about the Saints because the Saints are nationally irrelevant. Okay? So if you want your Saints talk, we got to dive in. And I think it's a pretty freaking awesome preseason game. Okay? So, yes, we're going to start the show talking about the New Orleans Saints.
Go
the
South.
New Orleans Saints.
How to lose listeners. Start off talking about the Saints.
Yeah, surprising coming from chat, which is full of just LSU psychopaths, not representative of the state as a whole.
Read that recap that I sent yesterday in the group chat.
I was actually thinking that would be fun to read that. It was a really rough.
A bleep show.
It was a really rough day for the offense yesterday for the New Orleans Saints. But before we go any further, as we said, Saints preseason game, the big news of the day. Let's get it started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help you take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
That's right. If you're looking for light industrial construction, warehousing, manufacturing, even clerical employees, success begins with the eye of the tiger. It's Tiger Labor and Staffing. They take care of everything. A true turnkey service, the screening, the training, the payroll, the paperwork, everything. So, if you're looking for the right people for the job, or if you yourself are looking for a job, you want Tiger Labor and Staffing. Jake, don't worry. If you're that annoyed with Saints talk, I've got now I can't even say I. Taylor, surprisingly, blind squirrel and nuts and all that. Taylor found a very good piece from CBS about running the ball as it pertains to winning percentage in college football, and I swear it will blow your mind.
He told me about it already. I'm excited about it.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's actually crazy. Whatever. We'll get there when we get there. All right, Saints Cardinals tomorrow, looking like the starters are going to play. Okay, they were doing all the walkthroughs and everything. Last year, Dennis Allen played the starters in week 1, didn't really play him after that. Actually, go ahead. Here's Derek Carr on working in a new coordinator, new system, on why he thinks it's kind of important to play in this preseason. No, not yet.
The main thing for me, I'll say it this way, is reps. You got to get reps. You got to say it. You got to see it. You got to do it. You got to draw it. You got to do all that kind of stuff. And so I do a little drill every night before I go to bed on that stuff that I need to go on that day. And I've been doing it since the offseason. And then I come out to practice, and I run through the practice beforehand. So what it was practice 13. So for me, it's practice 26. I just more reps, more intention, come out to walk through. I'm working on other stuff. When we don't have to be doing anything, I'm working on a different part of our offense, just so I'm getting all those reps. And I feel like we can put on a piece of paper, okay, this is the reps we're going to get. And you kind of trust in that as a player. But the reality is we need to be farther ahead. And so that's just some of the ways that I've been trying to do it this year that maybe have been a little different than my past.
Yeah, you know who never quit 2-a-days? Derek Carr. Okay, practice 26. But yeah, no, look, Carr.
It sounds like when I try to talk to my wife and let her know I did the dishes, took out the trash, like all the things that I did, I let her know. So,
well, look, the point of that though makes sense, right? It's not to say that you are accusing your wife of not doing anything. Obviously, it's not the case, but it is saying give me a little credit here.
That's what I'm saying.
Recognize.
Hey, I did the dishes. I took out the trash.
Yeah, I'm putting in that work.
I do that every day.
I'm helping out here.
He's supposed to be putting in that work.
We're even. He is. 26 practices.
Yeah. So he went out there for 2 hours before practice?
Yeah, he ran through all the practice.
Why is he not in meetings?
I'm trying to think. I know of guys who, whatever. That I thought that answer was a bit of a different one. It doesn't look like it's on the sheet, but he did also talk about the importance of hearing Clint in his ears, in the helmet, just subbing in and out, not showing anything, but basically using this as a dry run for operation stuff for a first-team offense that's going to be new. So I think you will see the starters a bit this weekend. What are y'all most looking forward to? I got 3 big things that I really want to see. Obviously, we kind of touched on one yesterday, right? Backup quarterback. Even yesterday when the first team offense got their ass beat in, the second team offense and third team offense were actually pretty solid. And Rattlers with the 2s yesterday, Hayner with the 3s, both them very, very sharp yesterday.
I want to see Taysom Hill at fullback.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
But from a preseason standpoint,
Yes.
do you think you'll see enough there to interest you? Because it feels like they maybe wouldn't want to play him too much or show too much.
If you don't, then you're doing Taysom a disservice because that's going to be his opportunity with, live competition against somebody else, live bullets, to go show that he can do what Kyle Juszczyk does for the 49ers. And if you don't, if you're like, hey, we got to save it, we can't do that, then you're doing the player a disservice. He's got to be able to go in there and get live game reps if he's changing positions.
Yeah. That's a very fair argument. All right, so that's one of your top 3. Alondra, Taylor, where are y'all at? What are y'all watching tomorrow?
I'm going running game as a whole, like the running scheme under Clint Kubiak. How similar is it going to be to Shanahan? What wrinkles of his own is he going to throw in there? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I wonder how much. Again, I wonder how much scheme they will show. I mean, you got to run the offense, obviously, but you still probably keep it pretty base within that. What about you, Alondra? Anything piquing your interest for the Saints game?
Yeah, pretty much Clint Kubiak, seeing the new
Coops!
offense. Yeah.
So I really obviously look, I think that watching the backup quarterback battle is going to be very entertaining. I mean, you got to watch the offensive line, right? Because every day now, all we're reading is practice reports and we're dealing with the eternal camp paradox of like, does this mean that Chase Young is awesome or does the O-line just suck, right? So like, how does Trevor Penning do in action against, because I think he'll play a lot. I think like that's a player that you could actually, that you need to work a little bit here. I don't think Penning gets a light day here. So I want to see how Trevor Penning looks at right tackle. Obviously, Taliesin Fuanga at left tackle could use the reps as well.
Yeah, same situation as Taysom Hill. They're playing new positions. Now, they've probably played them in their career, but it hasn't been within the last year.
No.
So you need to go out there. You need to get live reps against live competition. I don't know how the other team's going to handle the situation. I told you, I've been in a preseason game where we were the bomb squad and the Vikings had their ones, and it was like, oh, this is fun for 3 quarters. So everybody handles it different, but even if it is a bomb squad, it is still live competition against somebody else, and you need all the reps.
Speaking of Trevor Penning, I agree, and I think you could have Penning in there with the 1s, you could have him in there with the 2s as well if you wanted to. Here is Dennis Allen on Trevor Penning heading in to the first preseason game.
I mean, I think he's made some improvement. I think there's still a ways to go for him, but I think he's made some improvement, in particular in the run game. I think there's still some areas in the passing game that we got to get shored up a little bit. And look, I think he's getting challenged every day. I think our ends present a pretty good challenge for him. So I'm encouraged by the direction that he's heading, but yet I'm not ready to sign off on it quite yet.
Not quite ready to sign off. It does not appear like Trevor Penning is taking the strides that we wanted to see. So much that yesterday, to end one team period, Jake, the right side of the line gave up 3 sacks in a row to Chase Young. And that's something that Trevor Penning had trouble with last year, is letting one bad play turn into 2, turn into 3. Yep. And at times he almost felt like a punch-drunk fighter, right? Where you ate a couple of big shots, and then if it was a fight, you would have called it. You'd have TKO'd. Yeah. I mean, and he did get TKO'd. I mean, he got taken out of games because he literally couldn't win any reps. I mean, at O-line, even if you lose 2 of 10, you're getting your ass kicked. But we're talking about him losing at times last year like 4 or 5. So I don't love hearing that basically he had one of those days yesterday. Also, that quote from Dennis Allen basically telling you there's not been nearly as much improvement as they would have wanted. So you got to watch Trevor Penning against the Cardinals this Saturday.
Can we teach him one snap and clear?
So is it I just said, like, he's letting one bad play turn to multiple, but like, what if you're just not good enough?
That's true. Like,
you can't just win because your mental's right. You can be present, but if you're not good enough, you're just not good enough. And that's the scariest place to be as an athlete when you start to realize that. And that's the mental battle that Trevor Penning's trying to have to fight. And it's odd because physically he should be good enough, right? But something is going wrong where he just can't find it. Now, I do think that Chase Young is set for a big year. I don't think he's going to look as good as he has in this training camp. But I think Penning will have some easier days than the ones that he's having against Chase Young right now. So it's making him better. But it still sounds like he's just so far behind the 8 ball.
Who starts more games for the Saints, Landon Young or Trevor Penning?
I mean, I don't know. Am I being a prisoner of the moment if I say Young? They've still been repping Penning constantly with the ones. So, I mean, they really want Penning to work. They really kind of need Penning to work. But you heard Dennis Allen say it straight up. He's not quite ready to sign off yet. So maybe if this preseason game goes disastrously, you start to see Landon Young get some of those 1 reps. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest. It's a tough question to answer right now.
And I'm still surprised that Trevor Penning isn't a guard right now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just surprised
really
he's
had
having so much trouble in the run game as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I don't know. Good luck, Kubiak, trying to scheme with a tackle when it doesn't seem like you get any protection.
Those coaches, just from hearing Dennis Allen, they've got major questions. Like that sound is one of a coach that didn't want to throw a player under the bus, but does not feel confident at all.
No, he's keeping it kind of real with him, and haven't seen as much as you'd hope, and not ready to sign off yet. But yeah, it's not going full. Because I mean, look, what we kind of know of Penning outside looking in, he seems like someone who maybe needs a little more encouragement in terms of maybe the coaching style that's gonna speak to him. But I don't know that for sure. Maybe I'm reading too much into things. Here's Matthew Paris's Saints Day 13 camp review. Real sloppy practice for the first team offense. Derek Carr appeared frustrated. Injuries came at a bad time for those needing a big preseason to make the team. Mason Tipton not out here today. Neither was wide receiver Stanley Morgan. Saints went through a lengthy walkthrough prior to practice. The starters are in. Does this mean they'll play Saturday? Again, I think it will. New Orleans did work red zone, and the first series was rough. Oli Udoh at left guard appeared to let up a few pressures. Granderson bulldozed Penning. Peyton Turner just wrecked the second unit. By the way, Peyton Turner, something I'm excited to watch. Against,
he said it yesterday.
Defensively, I don't have much that I'm not sure about. I know the secondary is going to be great. Seems like the linebackers. I mean, Pete Werner just getting extended yesterday. Demario Davis, Willie Gay, really good reports there. It seems like linebackers are going to be great. Chase Young's kicking ass. Really excited for the Jordan Young, Granderson trio. Brzee, year 2. So, in a weird way, Peyton Turner is the most interesting part of this defense to me because it seems like he finally has a pulse if he can stay healthy. Despite the first team struggles, I thought Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler had a great series in those drills. Rattler went with the 2s, Haener with the 3s. Backed up at the goal line, Spencer Rattler had a beautiful ball to Kevin Austin Jr. for 40-plus yards. Trevor Penning got into a fight with Willie Gay, very animated, fists involved. Shepard and others rushed in, tried to break it up. So, again, the story of yesterday is the first team offense just got absolutely demolished. And it was mainly with pressure, which is literally the exact thing that you most fear with this Saints offense.
It certainly is. And it is something you won't really find out in the preseason. You won't see anything. You might see a Mike Fire, or maybe you'll see a strong dog. You're not going to see anything crazy, though.
Yeah, no.
As far as pressure.
No. So, exactly. So, you should be able to handle it,
and
right? There's going to be just a lot of just 5-on-4, 5-on-5 type of stuff here.
And if you don't, that's when you really, really start to get worried.
Yeah, I agree. If you're giving up a ton of pressures and just base level looks, because look, not even Tom Brady could operate if the other team can get pressure with that front 4, which is to give you an idea of how hard it is in the NFL. I was trying to think of a great analogy. I don't know that I ever land on one, but I was thinking about this when I was driving the other day. Everybody used to be the key to beating Brady is getting pressure with the front 4. I'm like, okay, that's like saying, the key to making the NBA is being 7 feet tall. Like, it just doesn't, like, duh, but nobody can. That's why those guys are so highly paid. That's why those Giants teams won Super Bowls. Like, you just can't. So if you're the team giving that up to just Arizona, I actually don't know much about Arizona's D-line. Jake, where are they rank in the league?
They're not high.
Just whatever, okay? So if that D-line is getting pressured for it, then we got some major red flags to watch out for. So I'm watching backup Qs, I'm watching the O-line, and I'm watching Peyton Turner, baby. This Saturday, Saints, Cardinals. Let's go. What, Taylor?
No, I'm excited about this game, D-Bub.
It's that look you gave me.
It's Peyton Turner.
Has he not showed up every day in the practice reports?
Yeah.
Is he not a physical specimen?
Yeah.
So if he's healthy, he's been productive when he's played. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what? I'm actually interested in watching Peyton Turner, too, for that reason.
All right, coming up next.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could say every front seven member for the Arizona Cardinals, and there's not a casual that would know a single name.
I wonder if I'll know names. I'm pretty casual. Hit me.
Okay. Roy Lopez.
Roy Lopez is actually one of the most ancient chess openings. It was made by a monk in the 1400s.
Justin Jones.
No.
Dennis Gardeck.
Yeah. Oh, DG. No.
Kaiser White.
Wow. You're making up names at this
Swear to
point.
God, I'm not.
Obviously not.
You might know Zaven Collins.
No.
He's a first-round pick a couple years ago.
Nope.
Tulsa.
Nope.
Mac Wilson Sr.?
No. Is that it?
That's it.
No. I have no idea of anybody you just named. All right. Well, great job, guys. Taylor, did you know any of those names? Zaven Collins, man?
It's not Mac Wilson, the former linebacker, is it? Is that a different Mac Wilson? Like the Mac Wilson that played at Bama?
No. Let's see.
Also, Kaiser White is like the one name I knew.
There you go. Good job. All right, when we get back, that's it.
Yeah, Alabama.
There you go. Saints preseason tomorrow. Won't subject you to any more DA sound when we get back, but I will probably make Derek Carr sound later just to bug Jake. When we get back, though, I'm going to blow your mind with some rushing the ball statistics as it pertains to winning in college football. Keep it locked. Here on OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Trash Rangers, okay? You need to take out the trash. You want Trash Rangers, LLC.com. They're local, they're reliable, they're efficient, they give a damn. For you residential, if you live in Center Ascension, you switch into the red can, they text you the night before so you never forget to put out your trash again. Awesome. What if you're a business owner, you need front load dumpsters emptied up to 6 days a week? They understand the flexible needs of business, as they themselves are a local small business. And so they work with you, okay, to give you exactly what you need. Go to TrashRangersLLC.com today.
Also, when you go to the website, Roll Off Dumpsters, something we've been telling you about the last couple of weeks and months. If you've got a project at your home, if you have one at your business, if you have a small project, a big project, remember 3 different sizes and all throughout the Baton Rouge area, greater Baton Rouge area. They can help you out. They can bring that dumpster to you. Go find that information, TrashRangersLLC.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $20,000 off the powerful Ram truck. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Join me for a Friday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show, presented by Corks, Cajun Fried Fish and Shrimp. Preston Guy talking LSU football. More sound from LSU offensive coordinator Joe Sloan. And the Saints get ready for their preseason opener against the Cardinals. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 weekdays, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Cheap bourbon whiskey and pearl snap shirt.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, chat, relax. I'm very bad at NCAA 25, okay? I hate it. I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying trying to get better at the game, but I hate the fact that I have to keep playing publicly and just keep getting my ass kicked so publicly. Aaron just wrecked me yesterday. Just an awful game by me. Truly awful. I think it got like 28-0 before I finally recovered from cell shock. And man, it's come up with a couple stores and a couple stops, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna continue to grind, continue to work.
How'd you get up to 28-0? 21-0's it.
Well, no, not if you're on stream and you got to finish out the game.
you got
77-20 in my Memphis Navy game.
You got to play. Hey, you got to play it as it lies, and
I did play it as it lies.
No, and the lie is 21 skunk.
That's if you have people waiting to get on the sticks in a social setting. And granted, to be fair, if I was not on stream and I was online, yes, I'm quitting. If it's 21-0, unless I just want to practice because I'm like I need it. I'm getting my butt kicked, but. Yeah, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm getting better, though. I know you can't see it yet. I can see it, okay? And there's nothing I love more as I get older than taking up a new skill, diving into it, and trying to get better. And so that's what we're going to do.
T-Bot says T-Bob is the Trevor Penning of NCAA 25.
I wish I could say that wasn't true.
Actually, it plays really well. So going into this process, because of your gamer history, I would have assumed, okay, he's kind of a first-round pick. He plays video games all the time.
I know. Trust me, that's what Jack keeps saying.
When he goes in on a game,
the video game guy,
he goes all in, and he gets the staff that he was trying to get for so long because he is consistent in video games.
The video game guy.
Then he gets drafted in the first round, and he lets a guy like Aaron Murray, who I don't feel like has any video game experience, beat the hell out of him.
Again, so but here's the difference. A few things. First off, 1v1 me, bro. Okay, you want to do a little WoW Classic PvP? I mean, shoot, I ain't played Overwatch in years. I'll smoke Aaron in that. You want to play chess? Like, yeah, I played a lot of video games in my life. A football game.
It's a video game.
It is a video game, but guess what? This is such a well-made video game that if you're an actual quarterback and you know what buttons to press, you're pretty freaking good, dude. Like, he knows, oh, snap, this is cover 3 match and the cornerback's hips are turned to the inside, and I know to throw it right before my guy breaks so that, like, the cornerback can't recover. These are things that I feel like I'm literally learning to walk. Like, it's actually going to make my football knowledge much stronger because I'm engaging with portions of the game that I haven't touched in years. I mean, last night I'm sitting there for about an hour in practice mode, and every time I'm like, okay, over, Mike 52. We got 2 high here. Is it man, zone? Okay, it's zone. Look at the cornerback. He's playing way off. Hips turn inside. Like, okay, I think then I'll have the out. If not, I'm going to go square to triangle. Like, it's very interesting, but I'm very bad. But I'm going to get better, okay?
Hey, Taylor, you know why football pants don't have pockets?
Nowhere to put the excuses.
You remembered.
I don't think you listened to a word I said.
I heard a lot of talking.
Yeah,
and
about how bad I was. About how bad I was. Not an excuse.
Yeah, excuse is how Aaron can do A, B, and C. Well,
because he's better than me.
You got the same set of eyes.
He's a real quarterback. He knows how to read defenses. Like,
he doesn't know how to read fronts like you, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that's as impactful as reading coverages.
I thought y'all said running the football in the game was.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I think you would get a kick out of the ability to influence blocks is actually fantastic. Like, I think their new blocking engine is really, really stellar. But you know, it's still tough. It's at the end of the day, running the ball is great, but like, what happens when I'm giving up 3-play 80-yard drives every time?
You got to keep it away from them.
I know.
You got to turn that clock.
You're probably right. I actually need to stay a little more committed to the run because at times I'm getting scared. And
get Oklahoma State.
So
get Ollie Gordon and just churn.
So we're playing big week 1 matchups. The next game I got to play Georgia Clemson. I got to beat Clemson. Also, Aaron's kind of a so here. Let me put one excuse in my pocket, even though I don't fault him this because I know a lot of good players who do this. He's kind of a hoe, though, because he only uses the Georgia playbook, no matter what teams he plays with. And it makes sense if you're being super competitive because you want to know the playbook you have, but I also kind of want to play the team that I'm playing, right?
Yeah.
That's just me, though. You know, a man of honor and integrity. That's just me, you know?
Do we got a cheat code situation? Him going Georgia playbook?
No, I mean, again, competitively, a lot of, the best players will do this. You find a playbook and you learn it inside and out. Georgia has a ton of bunch formations that the best players online seem to love. A lot of people think they maybe have the best playbook. A lot of people play with Alabama's playbook. LSU's playbook, I would say, is pretty solid as well. But
how about Liberty's playbook?
I don't know. I haven't messed with that or Tennessee yet. I still want to play with Tennessee some.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing with West Virginia a lot, though, dude. Garrett Green's fun to play with.
Wait.
And guess what? They got this receiver who's kind of good. 84, the white boy. Guess what his last name is? Claymore.
McConkey.
Claymore. How about? Yeah, for real, kind of.
I thought you were supposed to be playing all night with Nebraska and Dynasty with Navy.
Yeah, I actually haven't touched Nebraska in a minute. And I started grinding a bit of LSU to try to get some wins. So I'm a bit all over the place. I'm dabbling in a bit of everything.
Touched Nebraska, but you're grinding LSU.
Yeah, I haven't touched Nebraska in a minute. I need to get back to that. That's a good point. I'm sorry about this segment, y'all. Got completely distracted. But Jake said I need to run the ball more. True. I'm going to prove it to you next. Why it's so important. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com. Ryan Smith, were you a man of honor and integrity when you took the extra sack lunches? That was not me, guys. That was one kid's lunch at the field trip, okay? And I made sure that he didn't eat it before I took it. To the point where I acted like I was going to throw it away. So, no. I did not steal 30 sack lunches. I technically stole one, but it's not stolen if the person doesn't want it. You know what's not stolen? All the cars you can buy. at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. Now, you may think it's a steal with some of the incredible deals that you can get, but the only way to figure that out is to go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com and look at some of the national sales events we got going down this month. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Go to the website to see what they can do for you because they've got something for every family. Whatever your needs are, they have got you covered. Full-size SUV, mid-size SUV, truck, van, hybrid, sedan. They've got it all. They got it all buying new, leasing, and renting. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire Moscona, inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Right Radio Hours return. Terrio's in studio, and we'll get you set for Saints Cardinals preseason game #1, 3-6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Everybody knows you've been All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. All right, guys, what is the single most important box score statistic to winning a football game? What do we always talk about winning? If you win the what, you win the game.
Turnover battle.
The turnover battle, right? How about this? So, if you win the turnover battle, wait, hold on. I want to see how exactly I want to set this up. If you win the turnover battle, you win games in the Power 5. Over the last decade, Jake, you win games 80% of the time. You want to have your mind blown here a little bit? if you win the rushing battle, you win games over the last 10 years 80% of the time. So the team that runs for more yards than the other team literally wins at the same rate as winning turnovers. Like, that's crazy, y'all. That and this comes at a time where we think about the rushing attack being more devalued than ever. So I really like this piece from Ryan McGrady on CBS, and he has a quote that he keeps going back to that I had never heard, actually, but it seems like it's probably pretty ubiquitous, which he says, throw the ball to score, run the ball to win. Oh. And that feels still true even to this day. And it's crazy because this time comes at a time when, so running backs, Jake, here's a fun fact. Running backs have won 44 Heismans. They have not won one since when?
Derrick
Henry, 2015. Guys, a position that has won 44 Heismans. We haven't seen one in about a decade now. We're coming up on a decade. QBs have won 10 of the last 12, 3 straight, 7 of 8. But you know what still matters? Running the ball. You say, oh, well, T-Bob, this is a bit of, a false statistic because they're already the better team, and I'm sure pass yards would be the same. If you win the passing attack over the last decade, you win the game 66% of the time. So, yes, there is a bit of just outgaining your opponents. Obviously going to set you up for a win, right? But passing, much less effective, does not matter nearly as much to the final result as just does running the ball. I thought this was interesting. So in the NFL, it's kind of been the same for the majority of time, but last year, it's finally shifted. Last year, it was actually 67% for both. So in the NFL, the pass-happy NFL is actually truly taking over. In the SEC, not the case. Last year, over the past decade in the SEC, turnover margin, you win that, you win 83% of the time. You win 87% of the time if you outrush an SEC opponent. Okay? So why am I talking about all this? Because this comes at a time when LSU is recommitted to the run, has an incredible O-line, and is debuting a brand new diverse rushing attack. And if those backs can step up, and if they be as good as they can, that could be a key indicator to LSU making the playoffs and winning these games.
I think you could argue the last 3 national champions have been committed to running the football.
Yeah.
Georgia and Michigan.
I agree.
They have a commitment to, hey, we know we have to be explosive at times through the air, but in our DNA, our identity is going to be run the football, play great defense, make plays through the air when we have to.
What did we always talk about Kalen DeBoer in Washington last year? In the biggest games, what did they do? They always ran the ball like 30 to 40 times.
Yep.
Even when it wasn't popping for 5 or 6 yards a carry. They stayed committed, and they would generally outrush their opponents. I wonder if Bo Nix maybe shifted the math there in that Pac-12 championship last year with some of those long scrambles, but I kind of feel like if you were to look up DeBoer's time at Washington in all those biggest games, as much as we talk about him throwing the ball, that they would have outrushed their opponent the majority of said big games. How about this? CFP teams. Now, granted, you're dealing with the best teams. They're going to have a high win percentage anyway, but CFP teams are 400 teams that made the college football playoff in the past 10 years or whatever, are 402-15 when winning the rushing battle. In 30 CFP games, best against the best. Once again, you win turnover battle, you win 80% of the time. You win rushing, you win 80% of the time. In the 10 CFP title games, you win the rushing battle, you're 7-3. And then if you look at the 10 national championship winners, you talk about the last 3, Jake, but to your point, you look at the last 10, the winners are 113-3 when winning the rushing attack. So maybe, look, it is a bit of like, yes, domination just goes kind of like hand in hand. If you're the better team, you're better set up to run the ball, but this also all reinforces that you have to have a commitment to that portion of the game, and you cannot fall prey, me, like I do online, to just trying to throw your way out of trouble.
You know who the teams that had the least amount of rushing yards per game last year in the NCAA? You're looking at, like, if we're picking from the bottom 10 here, you're looking at teams like Pitt, who won 3 games. Vanderbilt, who won 3 games. Colorado State, who won, I believe, 3 games. Michigan State, who was horrible. Akron, who was terrible. Colorado, last in the country, 68.9 yards per game.
There you
ground.
go.
Colorado.
Bad teams won it all.
Towards the top, you've got teams. Liberty actually led the country in rushing yards per game. They made it to a New Year's Six bowl game. West Virginia, who won 9 games. Nobody had them winning 9
Should have won
games.
10.
Tennessee, LSU in the top 10 last year. Actually, yards per carry in the country, number 1, the LSU Tigers.
Yeah, Jaden will do it. Jaden was pretty incredible.
The long 85 yards, that's from Jaden.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So just some food for thought here, guys. Running backs may not get the love anymore, even though it's funny you mentioned Michigan State. When were they good recently? When they had Kenneth Walker dominating on the ground. In college, it still matters, especially too. Like there's still room for super. Why is Oklahoma State so good last year? Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
It still matters. Okay? So run the freaking ball, y'all. When we get back, closing out hour 1 of OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I mean, I never would have guessed that. Rushing attack and turnover battle, even in terms of determining wins after the fact. I would have guessed that Central Plumbing is my answer to all my plumbing problems. Well, because whatever. I've been doing this for years. So, of course, I would guess that. Central Plumbing's been around for years. In fact, they've been around for over half a century, y'all. How do you continue to grow and thrive for half a century in this ever-changing world? Because you treat your customers the right way and they're consistently satisfied with your prices, your service, who's coming out of your home, the length of the work, the warranty afterwards, the flat rate price. It's all the best. CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552.
CentralPlumbing.org is the website. And remember, not only in emergencies, but if you're looking to upgrade at your home or your business, they can come in, they can do that. We always tell you, go tankless today with a tankless water heater. CentralPlumbing.org.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air during Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob, The Hunt Palmer Show, and after further review with Matt Moscone.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
The best kept.
I could be holding you tonight.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Think I'll just stay here and drink. Hey, putting you down won't square the deal. At least you know the way I feel. Hey, take all the money in the bank. Think I'll just stay here and drink. Hey, listen close and you can hear.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Get ready to close out hour number 1. We got some Cruton news. It never ends. And, LSU with another big-time blue chip commit as Jim Corley commits to the Tigers. This was, we talked about this yesterday. Shea Dixon and the boys had Jim Corley as a predicted LSU commit. Remember, his dad went to O.P. Walker back in the day when Frank Wilson was the coach. He's got family in New Orleans, grew up an LSU fan. I actually kind of vibe with a lot of his story. He's from Tennessee, CJ is, huh? Right, he's from Tennessee. 6'3", 210, Jake, going into senior high school. Big safety. He's from Tennessee, but family in Louisiana, family with LSU ties. His dad's a massive LSU fan, so kind of like me, he grew up in it. It sounds like maybe he wasn't like bleeding purple and gold as a kid, but he is now. As 4-star safety, CJ Jim Corley commits to the LSU Tigers. This is a big win for the staff as a whole. It's a big win for Jake Olson, who continues to pay dividends as the new safeties coach. And Frank Wilson, of course, doing Frank Wilson things. So now LSU, with this class, has 2 4-star safeties. It's CJ Jim Corley and Jace Thomas. LSU remains number 3 in the On3 industry rankings. And then a final little note here that I found to be interesting. At 6'3" and 210, Blake Baker is grooming him for that star position. Like that, like he is going to come in, and that is where they view him slotting right in when he gets here. So congrats on the commitment, and congrats to this LSU staff, which just continues to kick ass on the Cruton Trail.
They do, and you pair him with DJ Pickett, the corner that you got earlier in the recruiting cycle. I believe that was in the middle of July, and you're putting together something that can, boost you up for multiple years. And you're right. You're right there at 3rd. You've got 20 commitments. Ohio State's 1. They've got 24. Alabama's got 21. Oregon only has 15 at number 4. So Oregon, might end up
Oregon's
jumping up.
got all 5 stars.
They got 3 5-stars, 11 4-stars, and 1 3-star. You've got 3 5-stars, 14 4-stars, and 3 3-stars.
Ooh, let's go. That is a hell of a class.
And still,
LSU Tigers
still
are put
some
together.
really big targets out there.
Yeah.
That you feel like you got a real opportunity. I'm not saying that you're in the lead for some of them, but you still have an opportunity on, I would say, 4, what do you call it? Blue chip?
Yeah. 4 or 5 stars blue chips.
Blue chips.
Speaking of safety, there's the number 1 safety in the country, 5-star Jonah Williams.
A black chip?
Maybe a green chip.
Well, green's money. I don't think green. Black chip.
I don't know. I think you're a chip on the shoulder chip because it still has not gone away.
Yeah, never will.
Because you still hate blue chips.
Yep.
But to your point, 5-star number 1 safety in the country, Jonah Williams, could add to this group. LSU should have a hat on that table for that commitment. He's set to announce August 24th. He's from Texas. I don't, I think that's kind of a lanyard situation. I'm not sitting here expecting you to get Jonah Williams, but you are in the fight. And then out of Florida, you are in the top 2 alongside Florida State for 4-star safety Bryce Fitzgerald. So even though you've got 2
Jamie
4-stars
French,
in
you
safety
still
so far,
got a little opportunity. I know Texas lean right now, but you still have an opportunity there as well.
Yeah, I agree. So there's big names out there to be had, but again, congrats to the staff. The 20th commitment, yet another 4-star in CJ Jim Coyley, and congrats to him and his family, as it looks like, now his dad, who grew up in New Orleans, is a massive LSU fan, gets to watch his son put on the purple and gold, which has to be an all-time good feeling. T-Bob, do you subscribe to the theory that if our O-line keeps getting their butts kicked, they will eventually get better? Does that work on the O-line? Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel that I definitely feel it's like losing in anything, right? There is value in losing if you use it to get better. And yeah, if you're going to get, like for this LSU D-line, if we want to flip it to LSU, for this LSU D-line, it's like Will Guillory talked about the other day, or Jacoby Guillory, Will.
Talking Pels?
Yeah. It was like he said the other day, like, look, game day is going to be easier because we're going against the best line in the country every day. How could you not get better? But I guess for the Saints, it's like, what if you're just not that good? All right, hour 2 coming up next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, August 9th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 98 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll continue to talk football as preseason is here. And we'll have the NFL story of the day as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Not the blue. Way to go, Jake. You've spurned the blue chip. You've started up the blue chip argument again. Again, guys, it's a macro, not micro thing. Individuals go boom or bust. On the whole, if you have a highly rated class, the chance you should be good. If you're not, blame the coaches. All the best teams in the country have the best players. It's not hard to understand. What you can't do, though, is be so obsessed that you ignore guys that you believe in, and LSU doesn't do that. That's why you have some 3-stars thrown in here recently at positions where they felt that they need him, and that the guys that they really liked that have been scouting for a while. Also, somebody said the LSU 2019 should have sucked with blue chip being because there were 2 stars, no stars all over the field. I mean, that's just untrue. There's one thing that Edo could do, it was recruit. The vast majority of those guys are blue chip recruits. Now you had like your Justin Jefferson, certainly. Well, what was Clyde? Was Clyde a 3-star?
Clyde was a 3. Cordell Flott was a 3. Those were kind of the 3 main guys.
So you definitely had, again, individuals go boom or bust, right? But it's a macro, not a micro thing. Even though, to be fair, somebody mentions we should have chest and grit ratings. And to be fair, as much as we clown at the time, Les was right. Gunnar Kiel did not have the chest.
He did not.
Did he ever end up doing anything?
He went to Cincinnati for a little bit, but I mean,
You're in a couple of different places.
That's what I'm saying. Did not have the chest, dude.
Nope.
What do y'all got to go? Oh, look, I want to get into that LSU. I want to get into that U.S. basketball game against Serbia yesterday. Absolutely electric Olympic basketball. But what's going on, guys? What's going on with the vibe right now? How's everybody feeling about the weekend? We feeling good?
Sadiq Charles, 3-star starter on 2019. Patrick Queen, 3-star starter on 2019. Neil Farrell, 3-star, basically a starter on 2019. Justin Jefferson, as we know, 2-star. Torrey Carter, 3-star starter on 2019.
Okay, yeah, a handful of guys. The vast majority of the starters are blue chippers.
I'm not done. I got to look it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Research.
Also, yes, like Torrey Carter, yes, awesome special team. Like, what are we talking
fullback.
about? Yeah.
When they had a fullback, he was the guy.
Yes, okay. So what do we kind of like 26 starters
Lloyd
here?
Cushenberry, 3-star.
Yeah. Bro, they were above 50%. They did the blue chip ratio thing. I don't know what we're getting at here. What are we like? Are y'all trying to gaslight me into saying that like recruiting the best players isn't important? What is the argument here?
Damian Lewis, 3-star starter, 2019.
What is the argument?
No, you said a handful. It's more than a handful.
The majority are blue chippers. They're over the 50% threshold. I think they were at like 60 or 61%.
I'm really just trolling you, but also like the thing that gets left out in that conversation is there's a majority might be over the blue chip ratio, but there might be a blue chipper that didn't play.
Yeah. So you're telling me the majority of starters are 3 stars?
I'm saying that was like what, at least 10 out of 22.
No, that if you're including Torrey Carter as a fullback in there when they
don't
out,
play, 9.
Then no, that was not 9 right there. That was maybe like 8, 7.
Cush, Lewis on offense, Jefferson on offense. That's 3.
You said Neil Farrell, rotational.
Neil Farrell.
I'll give it to you, even
Cornell
though you're
Flott
ignoring
wasn't
that.
Sadiq Charles,
2
Patrick Queen.
starting big-time defensive linemen that were blue chippers.
I don't understand why can't I agree. I understand what you're saying, but I just listed off a handful of guys. That's not with even talking about where Joe Burrow was when he was coming out of high school. Thaddeus Moss, where he was when he was coming out of high school. I hadn't even found them because they played at other places.
All right, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Let's not.
That team was probably more than most teams, and they might have been the best team we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I don't know. I don't know what point y'all are trying to make, but sure, I guess like F it, screw it doesn't matter. Who cares about blue chippers?
Hard. Like we're saying that team was full of guys that were 3-star players. They might have been right over the threshold of the 50%, but I'm also saying when you talk about being over 50%, like Todd Harris was a blue chip guy. He didn't play on that team, but he still counts towards your ratio.
Well, he did start, actually. He just got hurt. He was starting safety.
Not in that year. He started 2018.
He got hurt against Texas, I thought, that year.
Okay, even without Harris.
Delpit and Jacoby Stevens were your starters.
Even without, take Harris out, your starting secondary, to your point, was 5-star, 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 4-star.
I don't know.
I'm saying it's good to have a good mixture of both. What Jake's trying to say is don't just recruit the 5-stars. Sometimes there's a great 3-star coming up like a Cushenberry, like a Justin Jefferson.
That's what we just said, and that's what we said this LSU staff does not do. They're not just stargazing. They've thrown in the 3-star recruits that they believe in, and that's what you have to. That's what Frank Wilson's always been really good at. Him specifically is a huge diamond in the rough sort of guy. All right, so let's.
Anybody want to tell me who the highest rated recruit all time LSU is?
All time?
Well, yeah, since they've been doing this. I mean,
Rick Gilbert.
Fournette's got to be up there.
It's Fournette.
Hell yeah.
Here's the top 5 according to the composite: Leonard Fournette, Russell Shepard, Early Doucette, Lyle Collins, Patrick Peterson.
See, and Russell is such a fascinating example of how important the situation is, because Russell ended up playing in the NFL for damn near a decade, became a special teams captain and a legitimate NFL wide receiver, whereas in college he was really untapped, like really unused, to the point where people didn't think he would have an NFL career. So it is crazy how much how much situation matters and where you're in and who's going to be good versus who makes it, who doesn't. Shout out Russell Shepard, though. My guy's killing it in the waste management game. Got porta potties all over the city.
He does. Houston, right?
All over Texas. How about that Olympic basketball game, though, yesterday? A legendary game. KD trying to win more gold medals than any NBA player, any American ever in basketball. They're down 17 to Nikola Jokic in the Serbs. And this is kind of interesting. I didn't realize this, but apparently the entire reason, or not the entire reason, but a massive reason for the Americans basically recruiting Joel Embiid was because of Jokic. It was to try to find an answer, to find someone to challenge him. And I will say this, for all the crap that Joel Embiid has gotten up to this point from American fans, from the fringe fans, he justified his decision to be a part of this U.S. team yesterday, as he was great, especially down the stretch, making big shot after big shot. But, I mean, there was a lot of legendary stuff. This is a huge Steph Curry game, 9 of 14 from 3, 36 points. KD had massive shots down the stretch. LeBron doing LeBron things, just refusing to be denied. How about this? Only the fourth triple-double in Olympic history for LeBron James yesterday. 16 points, 12 boards, 10 assists, and just a really fun 17-point comeback win against Serbia. And now you're in to the gold medal round, and you got France, the home team. Did you get to watch any of it yesterday, Jake?
I was on air during the game, so I had it on. Wasn't able to pay that close attention to it, but going into the fourth quarter, certainly did not like the U.S. chances.
Yeah.
Because Serbia couldn't miss.
No.
And it looked like that was going to continue all game long.
It's so funny. I feel like, even though it was only a couple of years that he was in Sacramento, I feel like I've seen Bogdanovich do that to the Pelicans like 18 times. Like, I feel like every time you played the Kings, Bogdanovich would just shoot like 70% from three and have you ready to throw something through the screen. And here he was doing it all again. But they just couldn't keep it up. Couldn't keep it up, dude. The superstars took over. And look, Steph Curry was unbelievable. I mean, watching that guy when he's in that form, that was that vintage Steph when he is the most intimidating player. For his size, like pound for pound, it's got to be the most intimidating basketball player that's ever played. To be that tiny but feel that large. Like I used to always
Steve Nash.
Yeah, he would be up there. But Steve Nash was
back-to-back MVPs?
Yeah, beast. I think he's got 3 MVPs total.
Yeah.
But Steve Nash is such a facilitator. Steph's just a scorer, freaking killer. There's not a worse feeling in the world than when your team that you love is playing against Steph Curry and that ball's in the air. Like, because you just know it's going in. I remember watching some of those Pels Warriors battles back in the prime Warrior days. I would just close my eyes when the ball was in the air because I couldn't take it. And then sure enough, there you go. So here's to hoping they can finish the fight, get that gold medal. Like I said, KD looking to become the first, U.S.-France. So apparently a rematch of the 2021 Olympic final back in Tokyo. Only this time, France going to be playing with the power of an entire country on their side, the home team. And again, Joel Embiid, you can expect him to be motivated. You can expect him to get a lot of crap from the French fans as well. What do you think about the look? Yes, guys, Muggsy Bogues, awesome pound for pound player, obviously, right? But not in the same stratosphere as how intimidating Steph Curry is. But Steph Curry's like 6'3". So Muggsy was what, 5'3"?
Yeah, do you even Spud Webb?
Hell yeah. Winner of the dunk contest. Taylor, what do you think about yesterday's game?
It was stressful to say the least. We were actually, during AFR, Matt kind of did a play-by-play. He pulled his Jimmy Ott yesterday, doing a play-by-play during the show. Like you said, talent kind of won out during the stretch. I'm sitting here at work, and it's halfway through the second quarter, and then I go turn it on because I'm like, is U.S. about to lose this game to friggin' Serbia? And then I go look at the box score, and I'm like, okay, 64% from three at halftime cannot continue. They did their best to make it continue. They were still really good from three in the second half, but the fourth quarter, they just ran out of gas. The depth of the U.S. got to them a little bit. They were a lot more fresh. Jokic and Bogdanovich both were really tired at the end of that game. And, I mean,
a little foul trouble for Jokic as well. So grats to this Olympic team. I agree with Eric Reynolds. Very fun to be able to cheer for Steph Curry. You know, like I have never gotten to. I've only had to fear him and respect him. But like, really, you could extend that to most of these players, right? I've never really gotten to cheer for KD like that. I have cheered for LeBron in the past, though not since he went to LA. And so that's kind of one of the fun parts about international basketball. And like, again, you're so used to just watching them kick ass that when they're in a fight like that, a dog fight, they got to prove it, got to have it. Those are some of a lot of those players yesterday called it one of the greatest basketball games they've ever been involved in. A lot of people covering the game talking about one of the greatest basketball games they've ever seen. Brett says, you want to talk about little dudes in the NBA that would just steal your soul? John Stockton, anyone?
Yeah, it's true.
Hell yeah. You ain't got to talk to me
Jeff
about them Jazz
Hornacek
teams.
You can do it too.
Why doesn't Kerr play Tatum? I feel he's a decent scorer. No, I don't know, because you got to win. I don't know. To be fair.
So looking at the French national team, like who outside of Wembanyama is?
Alondra, who you cheering for?
The U.S.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going full Spurs Wemby here.
No.
I don't know. Who are the French starters?
So I'm trying to find. I thought Taylor would actually have them right off the top of his head.
Yeah, Taylor. What
Rudy
the hell,
Gobert.
dude? You struggling?
Probably a starter on that
I
team.
mean, yeah, Gobert, Wemby. I don't know the other three.
Yeah. Either way, I'm excited to watch. Yesterday's game was awesome. I think the Olympics continues to be super fun to check in with. Even if you don't know the sport. Like, had y'all ever seen steeplechase before?
Yeah, track and field, right?
Yeah.
No, I had never. You explained it. I think it was after the show 2 days ago, but no, I never.
It's like they were like somebody made it up. It just has such like an old like Victorian era, like, let's do this. Let's make this a little harder, where they're like running like 800 or 1,200 meters, but they randomly have to like jump a hurdle, and then you have to jump a hurdle into water like you're a horse for no reason. It's like, I don't know why we're still doing this, but hell yeah.
It's CrossFit without the weights, just running. Think of it like that.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's just the water thing just makes me crack up, because why? Like, who originally designed it? How did it become its own event? Why did they do this in the first place? Just to make it a little harder? I don't know, but that's like so many Olympic sports just feel kind of random like that, but they're fun to dive into. Even though not random, have you all watched any Olympic ping pong?
Yes.
The Olympic table tennis is freaking out of control, dude. Those guys are unbelievable.
Where do they play water polo? Like, where in our country is that popping?
West Coast. Whoa, look at those. What? Look at those abs. Did you see those sex bones? That V?
Barbie cuts?
Yeah, those Barbie cuts were defined. Water polo, West Coast, California.
I've never heard anybody talk about water polo until the Olympics.
The college, like Cal, Stanford, USC, all massive water polo schools that all like it's a huge rivalry when they get together and play at the colleges.
Okay. High schools play it too, probably.
I don't know about that. I don't know if
well,
it's
how
like
do you get good?
Probably a club scene.
Okay.
I would imagine. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know about that. I do know that college water polo is really big. Out on the West Coast. I would imagine that's where most of these guys would be from.
Well, I obviously I knew it wasn't here, and the two places I played, I don't remember in San Diego or Denver anybody being like, my son's got water polo practice a little bit later on today.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what youth water polo looks like.
Well, maybe they need to step it up because U.S. is losing to Serbia right now.
Eric Reynolds says his dad's from California, went to Tulane. He used to play for Tulane. Oh, okay. I guess Tulane used to have themselves a little, what did they still do? A little water polo club team or something. Any other Olympics that stood out to anybody yesterday? Yes? No? Going once? Going twice?
I haven't really watched. Can we bring back baseball and softball?
What happened to Olympic baseball? Did they get rid of it because like the World Baseball Classic and stuff?
They got rid of it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Has breakdancing happened yet?
I don't know. I mean, I'm saying like softball, baseball, pretty popular.
Yeah.
We got some events that are cool, but
is it a situation where would it not work with the baseball schedule for some?
I think that's what it is.
But
like,
you would do amateurs though. Yeah,
yeah,
you would do amateurs or minors though.
Yeah, but the managers don't like the MLB managers don't like that. It would be conflicting with the middle of
yeah, for sure. You're not going to get pros in there.
Yeah.
LSU has a water polo team, says Matt C. It's co-ed. Hell yeah. I've always wanted to drown some girls, been something I've always thought about. So it seems like a great way to finally kind of do that. You think they'll let me on? I wonder if I have water polo eligibility left.
Not if you say that, like in the tryouts. Maybe keep that part to yourself about
the drowning girls part.
Yeah, maybe keep that to yourself.
T-Bot says Stetson Bennett III sounds like a blue chip water polo recruit. I think Stetson Bennett III sounds like a blue chip polo recruit. More so than water polo. Like, that's the real big money sport. I'm surprised they didn't do Olympic polo. Right? I mean, I feel like it's got enough of a profile. I don't know. All right, when we get back, let's talk some college football. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Community Steel Company, CommunitySteelCo.com, CommunitySteelCo.com. You need purlin, tubing, sheet metal, roofing, steel buildings, any steel accessories. It's all manufactured right there on site at Community Steel Company, CommunitySteelCo.com. Oh, look at this. Sean says he's from SoCal and they had a high school water polo team, so maybe it is big in high school. I don't know. What I do know is that for steel, you want to go to Community Steel in Gonzales, Louisiana.
Go to the website, CommunitySteelCo.com, and T-Bob said it. They are in Gonzales, Louisiana. They're already open, been open for over an hour now, waiting on you to come see them. Top right corner of that website is where you can find that location. But if you can't get there today, you can always give them a call. Tell them what you're looking for. That's throughout the listening area. That number is 225-647-2020. And again, go online, go to the website, see where they're located, see what they can do for you today at CommunitySteelCo.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Farming is a way of life for us. It's not something we get up in the morning and dread going do. It's just something we go to bed at night looking forward to getting up to go do. John Deere equipment is what we as farmers strive to have. It's in your blood, it's in your veins. It's just a part of who you are. Green is what we want to be in. The other tractors were acquired to patch it up to get to where you want to be. Where we want to be is in John Deere. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
the best kept secret.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's happening, y'all? So I didn't realize the game they were watching. I knew it was the U.S. I'm so freaking blind. I think it's 8-6. Nice power play, baby. Let's go. U.S. up 8-6. It's the semifinal against who? The Serbs. Damn, here we are again, just like yesterday. Comeback time, baby. Let's go. Work it. Stay moving. Shot. Nope, not yet. All right, we'll see. We'll continue to keep you updated on all of the water polo action. Hey, Taylor, your Cowboys back in the news. Imagine this, Jerry Jones saying something that is powering the news cycle. He was asked about getting a deal done with CeeDee Lamb, who is not at training camp. And what did Jerry have to say?
He kind of laughed it off and said, I'm not in any rush to get that deal done. It's no big deal.
Hell yeah.
Who are you paying? Micah Parsons needs a new contract. He's on his last year of his deal.
Yeah.
Dak's a free agent after this year. You let Pollard and Schultz go in the last 2 off seasons because you didn't want to pay them. Who are you saving all this money for?
Where did all the money go?
I mean, he paid Zach Martin, but it took halfway through the season to get that deal done last year.
Jake, are you? Because I'm kind of the opinion that it's like, okay, well, look, man, Jerry Jones is, first off, he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. Secondly, he's at that age where he can kind of have that, he like, this doesn't feel as big a deal to him as it does to a lot of Cowboys fans on the outside because he's been through this like a million times. But do you believe in Jerry Jones' kind of flippant attitude towards the CeeDee Lamb deal here? Or do you think that's kind of something that should be infuriating Cowboy fans?
Yeah, I would want to sign CeeDee Lamb for a long time. The guys that they've paid, Trayvon Diggs got paid. Terrence Steele, right tackle, got paid. DeMarcus Lawrence kind of got paid. I mean, he's making $13.3 per year. Brandon Cooks even kind of got paid. I mean, he's making $19.8 million.
Brandon Cooks?
Average salary, yeah.
Damn. Okay. Brandon Cooks, man, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Making money, though, now.
Hell, Trey Lance is making 8.5 this year.
I mean, if you got it, what?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to pay Brandon Cooks $20 million a year, I mean, what, CD has to get 30 at least?
Because CeeDee Lamb right now is on his first deal, but he's only going to make 3.5 this year. And so Brandon Cooks is going to be making 19.8. CD making 3.5.
Is Brandon Cooks still just stacking 1,000-yard receiving
not
seasons?
last year. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit, but he was solid when he was in there.
He played well when he played.
Taylor, how are we feeling, dude?
Like about this season or the future?
Just about, I mean, this news cycle, the CD story, just everything, the future.
Not great about
this. You
this
should
year.
be feeling good. You've actually had by far the most successful 3-season stretch of the 21st century for the Cowboys. You've won the second most games in the NFL to the Kansas City Chiefs. You made the playoffs 3 years in a row. These are things that have not happened to that franchise in this new millennium. Why are you so upset?
I want something more than that. What have they done in the playoffs?
Wow.
I mean, they haven't done anything. You're talking about all these regular season wins. They have 0 playoff wins in the last 3 years.
Okay.
I mean, that matters more than anything.
Careful, lest you find yourselves where the Bengals were post Marvin Lewis, immediately back in the crap, lest you find yourself where the Saints are right now. Like, is it better to cheer for a 12-4 team that will get knocked out round 1 or a team that's going to go 7-10?
How many years do they have to go 7-10? Because if you're 7-10, you get a better draft pick and you got the same number of playoff wins. So.
Bro, 7-10 draft picks suck. I mean, come on. You've seen it firsthand here with the New Orleans Saints. There's nothing fun about picking like 16 or 15. Like, yeah, if you really suck, the draft can be fun. But if you're in the middle of the first round, it's never that
but at least you got a little bit of leverage to try to move up. If you're like 25, nobody's trading with you.
No.
Unless you trade down.
So here you are. You're 12. So you think going 12-4 is bad because you get a bad draft pick?
No. I'm just saying, does it matter if you go 12-4 because you got the same? You did the same in the playoffs as the 7-10 team. You might as well have not been there.
I think winning is fun, and also I think that winning is built up over time, right? Like you can't just, or I guess you can. There's plenty of examples in the NFL of kind of outhouse to the penthouse and the inverse, but like I kind of feel that you have to build that culture of winning and you establish a foundation, and then, okay, you keep coming up short. Well, you eventually find a way to break through. Maybe you don't, though, right? Back in the day with the Dome Patrol, my old man, the Saints, they never quite figured out. They ended up 0-4 in the playoffs in that era, and then everything kind of breaks apart. So yeah, I guess sometimes you don't take that next step, but I still think winning is setting you up better than not.
No, it does. But just like his comments this week, he seems like he's trying to start over and rebuild the whole roster when you don't need to do that because you already have a lot of good young pieces. You don't need to rebuild.
Avo says Lattimore is a 7-9 pick. No, Lattimore was 13. But remember, that was that crazy draft where he was a top 10 guy, but then like they just had this crazy run on offense and Lattimore fell to you. Because what did Mahomes get drafted? 12? The pick before? 10. Oh, so Matt Lattimore is 11 then. Because the Saints were going to draft Patrick Mahomes very famously, but the Chiefs jumped up to 10 to take him. That'd have been tight. But it's okay. Dylan Raiola is coming out in a few years, guys, and that can be the Saints' Pat Mahomes. I don't know. Maybe Spencer Rattler is going to be the Saints' Pat Mahomes. I can't wait to see Rattler tomorrow, dude. See if he can go when the lights are bright. If he can go, build on some of the hype that he seems to have built during training camp. I think that preseason games are so crazy for players that are young and trying to make their way in the NFL because the fans don't give a damn about it. There's not that many people in the stands, but I'll be damned if that's not the most nervous I've ever been for football games when you're trying to decide whether or not you make it.
It's like, to you, it's everything.
Yeah, your entire life.
It's literally like a crossroads in your life, and if you do well, you feel like you're going to be set up for not only the near future, but a decade maybe. And then if you go to the right, it's like the thing that I've done my entire life, that I've worked for my entire life, can be taken away from me. It's a weird, because other sports, I know there's spring training in baseball, but even if you don't make the club, you're still going to be within the organization. And then basketball, the rosters are kind of set, but even then, you still have the G League. You can go up, you can go down.
Yeah.
For NFL, I make it,
play in Europe,
or I don't. I'm either going to be on the sidelines, or I'm going to be selling insurance.
Yeah. Nowadays, maybe the UFL offers a viable path. And
but even that doesn't start until the spring.
Yeah,
and so
for sure.
When you get cut in the fall, unless you NIL, maybe you saved up some money, but if you didn't, you got to go get a job.
Aaron Williams says that still haunts me to this day. Andy Reid knew Peyton wanted Mahomes still and had to jump him. I know, it sucks. Who though? Who traded with the Chiefs? That'd be interesting to think about. Who should we be angry at? I forgot about that. Let's look that up during the commercial break. All right, more Off the Bench coming up next. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Coleman Roofing and Construction, ColemanRoof.com, ColemanRoof.com. You go there, you fill out an online consult, just your name, email, blurb about what's going on, and they get back in touch with you immediately, y'all. And remember, here at Coleman, we handle any size project, okay? That's why we call ourselves the most complete roofing company. Well, it's one of the reasons. Any size project, commercial, residential, it's anywhere in the state of Louisiana, even in the Gulf South region. It's any type of roof that you could possibly need. And it's the entire process all the way through cleanup, leaving no stone unturned, putting 110% effort into making sure the job's done correctly for you. Go to ColemanRoof.com today.
Yeah, find that contact information right there on the website. Throughout the listening area, we're talking to you, commercial and residential. They truly are that one-stop shop. That is ColemanRoof.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer satisfaction.
Well, it was all that I could do to keep from crying.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Never even call me by my name.
What's happening, y'all? Nobody keeps it as real as chess does, Jake. You just saw this as well. A Dagestani chess player tried to poison her opponent with mercury during competitions. The champion of North Caucasus Federal District this is a lot of names, guys.
I ain't even trying.
The champion of North Caucasus Federal District in chess, Amina Abakarova, tried to poison her opponent. I'm not going to try that one. During the competition. According to the video from surveillance cameras, the chess player sneaked into the competition shortly before the start of the tournament and poured an unknown substance on the table where Osmanova was playing. During the game started, Osmanova felt unwell. The organizer of the tournament discovered mercury and called the police. Osmanova continued the game and even won a prize place. How about that, dude? Hell yes. Hell yes. Fighting through the mercury poisoning and finding a way to win. That's grit. That's chess. And chess. Have y'all heard about y'all probably, I'm guessing, heard about the butt plug stuff with chess?
Yes, you told us about it.
Right? With Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen.
That was a long time ago.
Very long time ago. It was about a year ago, but it became very popular, right? This idea that Hans Niemann, because Magnus Carlsen, the best player in the world, accused Hans of cheating. Hans, for what it's worth, has really been playing incredible chess lately, getting better and better. Like, there was a lot of smoke to maybe he did cheat. The funny part is everybody, there's a guy, Eric Hansen, who said the butt plug thing that he had, he had basically a vibrating butt plug inside of him, and it was a joke that Eric Hansen made, and then the mainstream media ran with it. So if you heard that, that's actually not true. This mercury poisoning is, though. That's crazy, bro. You're going to go to jail because you tried to poison someone over a chess game. That's come on. Come on now, girl. What we doing?
Look, how bad do you want? What's the rating you're trying to get?
1,000.
And what are you willing to do to get it?
Yeah, that's true. I can't poison people online,
That's true.
Maybe if I was like a hacker, I could leak their bank information or something, make them try to concede first. But yeah, unfortunately, you got to be playing over the board to be able to poison people. And I never get to play over the board. Still haven't been able to find a chess club here. I'm watching some videos of breakdancing, and I don't know if I'm as into this as I thought I was going to be. We'll see.
You don't like dancing, though. You hate on all dancing videos.
What?
You do. Like that kind of dancing.
I love dancing.
No, you don't. Not that kind.
What, breakdancing? I feel like I've always thought I liked breakdancing. This just doesn't feel maybe as Olympic as I thought it would. But it's early on. We'll see. We'll see what the actual. I'm sure the actual competition will be fantastic. Also, I love TikTok dances.
Every time we always talk about it, you're hating on it.
When? I don't think that's true.
I think it is.
On a TikTok, I did the Hot to Go Chapel Roan TikTok dance the other day.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more like hip hop.
Oh no, I think Step Up sucks.
Yeah.
I think Step Up sucks. That is true. That is true. I'm not a fan of like the Step Up movies or Honey or what's another dance?
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't like those movies.
Honey. Well, I thought about that in a long time.
No. To be fair, I never actually saw Honey. I'm pretty sure that and Geely were like two of the lowest rated movies of our entire life.
Yeah. They were, for sure.
Did y'all see yesterday? ESPN released an article. It was the 8 teams that have never made the playoff that have pretty good chances of making it. It was Penn State, Mizzou, Tennessee, Kansas State, Ole Miss, Louisville, Boise State, and Utah. Now, I don't agree with Boise. Well, we could talk about Boise if we want to. Out of that grouping that we just named, which teams do you think will actually make it this season? Who is going to make their playoff debut this year?
Ole Miss.
I agree. Here's one. So really, this article is good for having a lot of fun facts in it. Ole Miss would have made a 12-team playoff in both 21 and 23. Ole Miss would have made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years. I mean, if they make it this year, that'd have been 3 or 4. Lane Kiffin has achieved an absurd, we'll see if he can do it this year, but it looks like the potential to achieve a level of consistency at that school that I never would have thought possible. They got no Alabama schedule. They do have UGA and OU. They get them at home. For Ole Miss, I think it's all going to come down to that LSU game here in Death Valley. October 12th. You were just talking about the month of October, Taylor. How good is it going to feel that October 12th weekend, dude? Night game probably. I mean, that'll probably that would have a chance to be the ESPN primetime game.
It's close, but have you seen the schedule for October 12th?
No, is it just popping off that weekend?
It's Oregon, Penn State.
Okay, but that's
LSU,
not gonna, that won't take away though.
I believe OU, Texas as well.
Yeah, OU, Texas.
Is that going to for sure be at noon still though?
Like the October 12th.
I think it's a little bit later.
Okay,
I think it's
but
a
still
little
afternoon
bit later.
Though.
Yeah, it's an afternoon. It's not a night game, but it is a little bit earlier.
You still haven't given me a game that would be at night on ESPN except for LSU.
No, I mean,
Ole Miss.
LSU Ole Miss is probably the one.
Hell yeah, dude. Night game. Herbie and Fowler, or would they be at the Red River?
So, Florida at Tennessee, probably not. Oh, Ohio State, Oregon.
That's it. Ohio State, Oregon, not Oregon, Penn State. Penn State, USC as well.
Penn State, USC, yeah.
It's going to be. Oh, Ohio State, Oregon's probably going to be at night. Go head to head. Little CBS night game.
Austin too.
Yeah, CBS night game versus LSU.
Texas, Oklahoma is 2:30 that day.
There you go. God, that's going to be a good day of football.
Yeah.
October. Hopefully, maybe not a cold snap or a crisp, but cooler air. Maybe in the 80s. Yeah, dollop. Maybe a little dollop of fall creeping around the corner. Watching games all day with that nervous pit in your stomach. Ole Miss should be undefeated. LSU, potential to be undefeated, right? You beat USC.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at a top 10 matchup. 2 undefeated teams going toe-to-toe. Be still, my beating heart.
LSU's 2.5-point favorite right now.
That would be... T-Bob, Gulf South says, T-Bob, how can anyone be proud of that? Talking about Ole Miss making it 2 last 3 years. If we had a 12-team playoff, Ole Miss makes it, but they weren't good enough for the 4-team we have. Sounds like a consolation prize. I think you're making this about LSU Ole Miss thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I never thought Ole Miss, like, it is interesting that LSU would not have made the 12-team playoff each of the last 3 seasons, and Ole Miss would have made it 2 of 3. I just didn't think that, like, consistency in Ole Miss has never been 2 words that have been used together. Maybe the odd year where they have like a high water mark, but like if they make it this year, that'd be 3 or 4. That's actually crazy to me. Lane Kiffin should get credit for that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look at Ole Miss football; they're doing things they've never done.
Yeah. But we'll see. They got to do it this year. 10 years. All right, when we get back. Let's close out hour 2, and then the beer starts to flow in hour 3. We got some Curse Light coming your way. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
GEAUXTommies.com. Go Tommies.com. You want Hardy Plank or Vinyl Siding, wood or vinyl windows? Any type of door, you want Tommy's. And if you go to the website, you can start to explore a lot of the advantages that the products offer. And it's not just aesthetics, it's functional as well, right? It makes your home more energy efficient. It helps you save on bills. So why not invest in your greatest asset, right? What do we do? Everything we do in life is to what? Right? To have a roof over our heads, a place to live, right? Maximize that place with Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, winners of the Angie Super Service Award every year they've been in existence. Go to GoTommies.com.
Go there today to Windows, Doors, and Siding. Obviously, you can check out what they can do, but also past work they've done for other clients, and always know they can customize your job to what you're looking for. And you can find all that information at GoTommies.com.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air during Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob, The Hunt Palmer Show, and after further review with Matt Moscone.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Farming is a way of life for us. It's not something we get up in the morning and dread going do. It's just something we go to bed at night looking forward to getting up to go do. John Deere equipment is what we as farmers strive to have. It's in your blood, it's in your veins. It's just a part of who you are. Green is what we want to be in. The other tractors were acquired to patch it up to get to where you want to be. Where we want to be is in John Deere.
The only 2 things in life that make it worth living is guitars that tune good and firm, feeling women.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Maybe it's time we...
Are you allowed... Oh, good song. You can keep playing if you want. Are you allowed to dislike someone if you can't offer a reason as to why?
Yeah, this is America.
You can?
Yeah.
I can dislike
Absolutely.
anybody for just cause.
There's a lot of people I don't like, and I can't give you a reason why.
Okay, so Tay-Tay says he doesn't like the Paul brothers, as he ironically drinks a Prime energy drink, directly supporting them. God, it looks awful, too. That red can just looks so unappetizing.
It's like a tropical punch flavored. It's not bad.
The casualness with which you reveal these absurd energy drink flavors makes me laugh so hard.
Every company in America has some sort of tropical or fruit punch. Every one of them.
I know. It's just such a weird thing to drink as an adult in the morning. A tropical punch Prime energy drink. But you say you hate the Paul brothers, but you have no real reason why.
Nope.
So, Alondra, give me an example of somebody you hate, but you can't explain why. Because I feel like generally hate has to come from a place of like logic or reason.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but there's definitely
That's
some
how
people.
much of a hater you are, is that you just know that you're a hater on people for no reason and you don't even know who.
I've never shied away from the fact that I'm a hater.
That is true. That is true. I would say that you have owned that.
Yeah.
You have definitely owned that. Back Texas. Ooh.
All right, I'll give you somebody.
Okay, who?
Steph Curry.
Why do you hate Steph Curry?
Don't know.
What do you mean? I don't understand this. There has to be
I have never liked him. I don't know.
Are you a Pelicans fan? Like, did you suffer at the hands? Because I look, that's...
Yeah, now I'm a Pelicans fan, but I don't think that's the reason I don't like him. I don't know. He's a great player. I have nothing bad
Seems
to
like
say
a
about
good
his
guy.
game.
Like,
he does. I just don't like him.
He's fun. He's like tiny guy
I don't know.
dominating giants.
I don't know.
You chews on it. Is it chewing on the mouthpiece that triggers you?
No, you know what it might be?
What?
I just... It's funny to say. It might be Draymond's fault because I just hated the personality of that whole Warriors team, and he was on it. So I think maybe that just has something to do. Maybe.
Okay, that's fine.
So maybe guilty by association.
That's fine. William Anthony says, I'm a Bama hater. No houndstooth fedoras, Bama jelly, or the band Alabama is permitted, and F Sweet Home Alabama. Again, but we can understand why. I agree with you on all counts. But again, we can understand why. I think you Jay Pizzle's right. Is that Jordan? Everyone has suffered at the hands of Steph Curry. True. Champ says he's 6'4". He's literally right. You still know what I'm talking about saying Steph Curry's smaller, dominating giant.
I mean, the average
he is
guard
a
in the NBA is like 6'7".
That's what I'm saying. He is and he's slight. He's not jacked 6'4". Like that is it's not Tyreek Evans going Wolverine like a fullback, high and tight through the hole.
He also kind of has that baby face that I think makes him look a little smaller. If that makes sense.
It does, yes. Which, again, makes it look cooler when he dominates the NBA. Guys, I know, look, I get it. CP3, 6'3", okay? They still look small in the basketball court. Don't freaking try. Too much gaslighting going on in the chat today. Y'all are trying to piss on me and telling me it's raining, okay? Now it's like, Steph Curry is actually really big. What are we talking about, guys? I get it, but, like, it's the NBA. He's a guard. He's a small shooting guard out there. But he's awesome. Taylor, what's the most outrageous energy drink you've ever drank? Brian wants to know.
The Grizzly Sour Patch Kid flavor that we had that time.
That's insane.
That was definitely
like the Sour Patch flavor makes it worse.
I saw Sour Patch Oreos.
Ugh.
That sounds awful.
When I was in Chicago, that were purchased and being eaten by Jake Butt, unironically and sincerely.
That's gross.
Like, legitimately, no joking about it, was eating Sour Patch Oreos because he liked them.
I mean, a guy with the last name Butt's going to have bad taste, so, like, that kind of makes sense.
Scott Nice, it is rain, T-Bob. Champ says C4 Hawaiian pineapple. That just sounds like an average Taylor day. Luke and Muck, Texas.
All I'm saying is Hawaiian pineapple sounds good. I've never had that flavor.
Avo says those are horrible, T-Bob. We tried them, took one bite, threw them away. Yeah, I did the same thing, dude. I took one bite and I like immediately chucked it. I was like, this is legitimately awful. Jake loves them though. Not you, Jake. Jake Butt.
Oh.
Jake Butt. He loves Sour Patch Oreos.
In Michigan.
Hour 3 next.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Accutemp of Baton Rouge, AccutempBR.com, AccutempBR.com. All your AC, heat, and electrical needs, all under one roof, and that is Accutemp. Look, man, you get that service to the highest degree when you work with Accutemp. It's time to take control of your comfort zone today. Ask about the Star Club membership, where they stay on top of your situation year-round, help you avoid any catastrophic issues down the road. Ask about whole home generators. There it is. My brain broke for a second. Because storm season's here, right? And you want to make sure that your family and your house is protected and all the food in your fridge, all of that. Accutemp is the answer. AccutempBR.com.
You should go to
AccutempBR.com. Accutemp.
AccutempBR.com.
Okay, there we go.
AccutempBR.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $20,000 off the powerful Ram truck. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, party plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com. Oh, by the way, we do shutters too.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, August 9th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 98. In hour 3 of today's show, it's Friday in hour number 3, so we have a full hour of Champagne Shenanigans. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now. Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yeah, I think chat's lying a little bit here. We're going to get hour 3 weird, little explicit warning. Don't listen to your kids. They're probably already in school, so you're fine. I asked chat if you had to choose to give up oral sex or coffee for the rest of your life, which would you choose? And everybody's saying they would give up coffee. I don't actually believe this. Let's say caffeine then. Because a lot of y'all are trying to get around to like, I'll drink Celsius or I'll be like Taylor and drink Prime. Would you give up caffeine or oral sex? You have to give up one for your entire life. Which are we doing? Caffeine. There's no chance I'm giving up caffeine. I'm a drug
I don't
addict.
think I could survive.
That's
if
what I'm
I gave
saying,
up
right?
caffeine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could survive with the other.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's a sacrifice to be made, but you could survive. Like if you don't have coffee, I mean, Jake, I know your ass is choosing to keep the coffee.
You don't know me.
You get rid of coffee. You get rid of coffee.
I'm not answering this.
What would you do without coffee? You'd be done for.
I also got 5 kids. I enjoy those things too.
That's true. That's true. But what we're talking about generally doesn't result in kids. That's still fair play. You know, you can get 6, 7, 8. You can get up to 10. You get as many of them things as you want.
I can be LeBron with the Heat.
You might end up with more if you were to give up.
I'll let you answer this one.
Filleting kind. I think. Look. I'm just saying, man. I think y'all got to be. I think people aren't being honest if they're trying to say they give them caffeine, or maybe you're just not. Maybe like I am just way too addicted to caffeine because I need it like I need blood in my veins, oxygen in my lungs, and I don't think I could ever change that.
Oh no, I don't like when you laugh like that.
I'm not gonna read it. Chat's just coming up with some very funny, some very funny answers here. Okay. Jake, what's tickling your fancy today? What are you going to talk about on off campus today? Since you clearly don't want to engage with this.
I mean, it's just, it's
That's fine. You don't have to engage with it.
We actually did.
So what do you want to talk about?
We actually did have preseason football last night.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I didn't watch it. What happened?
Hey, did I miss it? Like Jordan Matthews was playing for the Panthers from Vanderbilt. I don't know if you remember him from the Eagles or Bills. He had like a couple of nice seasons where he got like 800, 900 yards, 3 seasons in a row to start his career. Second-round pick. He hadn't played since 2019.
Why didn't he play since 2019?
I don't know.
I remember a little bit with the Eagles back in the day.
I'm watching a little bit of the highlights, and it's like Jordan Matthews. I'm like, nah, I can't. Same guy. It was him. It's 2024. He hasn't played since 2019.
5 years? What's he been doing? Has he been in the UFL?
I don't know. But he had 3 catches for 48 yards last night.
He was their leading receiver last night. He had a good game.
Wow.
16 yards a catch.
Yeah. Leading receiver for the Patriots. Keyshawn Booty.
Yeah, how about that, dude? We all just
3
assumed,
for 53.
We all just assumed that Keyshawn was cooked.
Yeah.
And here he sits. He's out of legal trouble. Good to go there. He never got cut from the Patriots. Like we all just assumed that he had gotten cut. Nope. Still on the team. Now leading receiver last night. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
And he could end up being, with that receiver room, was it yesterday we talked about that? Was it this show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Brandon Ayuk said, nah,
yeah.
fam, I'm good.
So, I don't know. Maybe he could end up being something. Panthers still only scored 3 points. They still suck. It was 2 rock fights last night. Patriots, Panthers, 17-3. Giants, Lions, 14-3.
Is that generally the way of things in first round and first preseason games?
Not really. It can kind of go either way because the offenses and defenses a lot of times are all like just first year or players trying to find their footing in the NFL. So, it can kind of go either way there, but it was a tough watch last night. Now, of course, there's always the freak athlete in the preseason, and we've had this conversation about this player so many times, Joe Milton.
Yes,
he's got the ooh and the ah plays. Dude. He was 4 for 6, 54 yards and a touchdown. He also ran at 5 for 22, but he had this insane play where he reverse field like 7 times.
I know, and he's not that athletic to pull that off, I didn't think. Like, I knew he had a cannon, but the thing about Joe Milton was he wasn't much of a runner, right? Like, especially not compared to, like, a Hendon Hooker. And watching him put NFL guys kind of juke them out of their shoes in the manner that he did was very surprising to me. Also, he looked kind of fast. I like how Spencer Hall, every day should be Saturday, how he said it. Oh, wait, what the heck is this? I'm trying to get to his feet. He said, I hope the problem with Joe Milton in college was that he was simply too huge and powerful for his puny coworkers to handle. Hell yeah, dude. Could that be a guy that ends up being a better NFL quarterback than college? I don't know.
I don't think we'll see because he's probably 4th on the depth chart there in New England. You've got, obviously, Drake May. He's there. You got Jacoby Brissett, who's probably going to be the starter.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then you got Bailey Zappi still. So I don't know.
God, I feel like the Patriots love Bailey Zappi.
He played well last night, 12 for 20 for like 110.
Hell yeah, they love. Is that well? Is that well? That's not. For a
preseason game for a third-string quarterback.
No, I don't think that's good. 12 for 10 for 110 is check down BS city, dude. That's nothing. 4 for 6 for 50 with 30 on the ground is sexy.
Yeah.
You're coming in here with 12 for 20 for 110. Get it. Take a lap.
He's been having to talk a lot of Derek Carr lately. He's thinking because we give that stat line with Derek Carr so much that it's good, his brain's a little warped.
Taylor, that's 5 yards per attempt. Derek Carr was 7 yards per attempt last year.
No, I get it, but do you not understand how bad Bailey Zappi was last year?
You know what? Just because to punish y'all for doing this and for leaving me hanging.
You asked us. You asked us a question.
Yes.
If we liked oral sex or coffee more.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's a good
and you're
question.
mad that we didn't wax poetic about the question.
I know. I just wanted an answer. I just wanted to see if I'm off base for thinking coffee is the obvious answer to keep. Like in the majority in the room. Am I off base? Delandra's with me. Taylor, you're not. Would you say caffeine? Did you ever give a final answer?
Please don't ask me this question.
Okay.
All I said was that I would die without caffeine.
Exactly.
That's all I said.
Exactly. You're not going to die without,
I don't drink coffee, though, so, this question's kind of irrelevant.
Caffeine. Again, caffeine. Here is Derek Carr. Give me Carr 3.
No!
Hey, here we are. Here we are. You wanted it.
Can I just go to break?
Here is Derek Carr. on the progression of the offensive line.
It's
Practice
a different
26
system,
practices
especially
already.
protection-wise. There's different things, different calls. I've been so impressed with how fast they picked it up. I've been really impressed with the execution of it. We've had a few things. There was it wasn't the 2-minute drive we wanted today. They finally got us. I'll say that. Cam's always talking crap about these competitive drills. They finally stopped us. I think we're up 7-1. I don't know if that's the right count, but I'll just stick with it. But what you're seeing is you see guys really trying to do things the way they're taught, because if everyone does it the way they're taught, it usually ends up right. And so, again, these coaches have such a system that it takes everyone being on the same page. And so the more reps we can get being on the same page and doing it, live bullets, all that, I think it'd be just a good thing.
Hell yeah. Derek Carr still in classic form, being defensive already. Let's go. We got our ass kicked today, but we still 7-1 up. Let's tell him. Tell him, Derek. That's a Carfax. Even though it sounds like he wasn't quite sure on the 7-1 count. But they have won the majority. Here's Derek Carr's favorite part of the new offense.
What's crazy is I don't know what happened. All the audio
Thank
just
God.
Car
magically
4.
deleted.
Come on, we just talked about the importance of running the game.
Thank you so much.
Do you really want me to play this?
Real talk, the rebirth of Alvin Kamara would be something that I'm going to be watching in tomorrow's game. Yes, give me Carr here on the best part of the new offense.
I love the run game. There's some things in the run game that the way that they teach things and say things that I haven't heard before. I got a lot of offenses that I've been in. I've been in a lot of different offenses. I've been in some offenses that have won Super Bowls. But some of the certain details on everybody's plate, like all 11 guys, is really, really cool. So that's been impressive. The play action game, the way that they call the game too. There's some things that Clint does where you're like, man, as a quarterback, you're just like, wow, thank you. That's really cool. So for me, I've just been impressed, with the operation, but really that run game, play action.
Dude, how about that? To be fair, Derek Carr has played with 8 different offensive coordinators. So he has seen a lot of offenses. And here he is. And Kubiak, we trust. Derek Carr saying the best part is, look, a lot of new concepts that he's never even seen before, dealt with before. Gulf South says, can we make fun of Chris Doran's wide receiver list now?
Oh,
yeah. We did that yesterday.
We did that yesterday. Putting McConkey at 10 was great.
I was wondering. So I knew Derek Carr was from Fresno, Bakersfield area, and he went to Fresno. He did spend some of his high school years in Texas when his brother was playing for the Texans, because I know Northern California can be a little country. He got an accent, Bo.
Yeah, he does. Oh, he does have a little bit of an accent. Do you like him now?
Country accent. I mean, it's better.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's still nowhere near where you want it to be.
Fonz has asked us about 8 times now. We talked about John Trey Kirkland signing with the Niners. No, we have not, but that's cool. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Choo breeze.
Let's go, baby.
Speaking of signing, Pete Werner signed a 3-year, $25 million extension with the Saints.
$17.5 million guaranteed.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, basically. I mean, look, Pete Werner's been getting better and better. They really like him. And basically confirming, look, it's going to be Demario Davis, it's going to be Pete Werner, and it's going to be Willie Gay. And those are going to be your top 3 linebackers, and then we'll see how they rotate or try to give guys break from there. But, very clearly, he's making right under what Demario Davis is making currently. Very clearly, the Saints want Pete Werner. They think that he is a building piece going forward, certainly. Though I do wonder what stuff does, okay, what does this do for the Alvin Kamara contract renegotiation? What does this do for the for the Justin Simmons potential signing, which, by the way, we have an update there. So Simmons did leave town without an offer, but basically the two sides saying, we got to know each other. That's great, but we still can't meet a deal. We're trying to find a way. Essentially, it comes down to exactly what we thought it would, Jake. He wants multiple years. The Saints want a shorter deal, right? He's 31. It's kind of like we said. That's exactly what this was all going to be about, and probably why he's still unsigned is the idea of playing on a short-term, even high-money deal does not appeal, as he probably wants a little more solidity. But like you said, maybe it gets to a point where it's like, okay, do you want to play though? Yeah. And that's what the Saints are banking on to try to leverage him into agreeing from there.
I mean, we're August the 9th, brother.
Yeah.
You got to kind of make a decision. Do you want to play on a short deal or do you not want to play at all?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at.
It's just a game of chicken, right? Does somebody else give him that longer deal, or are you banking on the market's already spoken and they've said no, and that eventually he'll have to come back to?
Yeah, I mean, everyone that would want his services, he's already talked to because they've already reached out to him. If they're interested, they've talked to the agent because, again, we're August the 9th. And so if you haven't offered the long-term deal or any kind of 2-3 year deal, it's not going to get offered. The only way that it would happen is if you have a team that thinks they can contend for a true championship, their depth at safety is not great, and they lose a player in the preseason.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because then you might have some leverage. Maybe you get a deal then. Otherwise, it's too late in the game.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't going to happen. Now, there's some teams that when they sign you this late, like the Broncos were like this. They're like, hey, if you want to sign, we're going to sign you for 2 years. The first year might be guaranteed. The second year, it's all on us.
I mean,
like,
I imagine that's probably what they're
like. They didn't like signing it because the Broncos' philosophy was if they signed you this late and they kind of, struck gold with you, they wanted a second year cheap option on you. And so they wouldn't just sign you for 1 year.
I mean, I imagine
I would have probably gone somewhere else. Like when I signed with Denver as a 2-year deal, my second year after they drafted Monty Ball, I probably would have looked elsewhere in free agency and gone somewhere else, but they had my rights.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Saints probably want to do 2 years. I would think he's probably looking for 4, right? I mean, if we're thinking about the disconnect, or do you think the Saints probably aren't wanting to go beyond 1?
He's probably looking for 3.
Okay.
The Saints are like, we'll give you maybe 2, probably 1.
Really?
At this point in his career.
Yeah. It's tough. 31 years old, Although I don't know how that age and safety works out. Again, a guy who is still playing really good football right now. So we'll see if anything ends up coming to Justice Simmons. Nothing for now, though. Again, the two camps kind of not able to meet in the middle quite yet. All right. When we get back, let's do some more OTB. The Coors Light is flowing here on this Friday. OTB coming next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction. PECbuilt.com is the website. Pinnacle Exterior Construction is the company for all of your outdoor construction needs. Be it like an outdoor living area, an outdoor kitchen. Maybe you got you want to put in a pool, maybe put in some turf for the kids or get rid of your grass. Like, look at the gallery, guys. You're watching on YouTube, or go on PECbuilt.com and check it out for yourself. It's going to blow you away. Any size or type of fence, pergolas, anything like that. Look, the bottom line, they build the spaces, you build the memories. PECbuilt.com.
And that is commercial and residential. They can do all those things for you, like we talk about with the artificial turf. Commercially, like if you want to put in a space of your business, obviously they can come in, they can handle that. But even if it's something like a putting green at your home, or you want a strip where you can work out at home with that artificial turf, they can come in and do that at your house as well. PECbuilt.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Brack, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance.
Country music singers have always been a real close family. But lately, some of my kinfolk.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Lord, I guess I went and broke their family tradition. They get on me, want to know, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. So if I get stoned, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. I am very proud of my daddy's name.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. Roll right along here on a Friday. Get ready to slide in a little weekend. Alondra Taylor, what y'all got going on this weekend?
We have that Back to the 90s bash for Eagle tonight at the Texas Club, and then something else at the I'm going to see Zach Top. And my mom and my sister are coming into town, so I'm excited.
Zach Top, huh?
God.
Say it, Taylor. Didn't you come up with this one yesterday?
Yeah, it was like T-Bub's favorite musician, ironically, is Jack Bottom.
Yeah, look at my guy. Look at him. He's learning, guys. He's learning. I'm bullying him into being cool.
Taylor,
I got to tell you.
there's so many jokes in there that I'm going to pass on.
Jack Bottom's exactly. Jack Bottom has an amount of it inherent jokes to it for sure. Wait, okay, so Texas Club, that sounds pretty fun. Are you emceeing?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But it'll still be fun. I'll
That's
be
probably
out there.
better, though, right? Because like you
have
MC
to
a lot
work.
of the Texas Club. You can just chill this weekend.
Yeah, I can get
MCing,
drunk.
though, MCing, I mean, can you not get drunk MCing like a concert?
Me personally, I'd rather not. I guess you could.
You'll get there
but
one day.
Maybe.
I was about to say, T-Bob's like, wait, what? You're not
One
supposed
day
to do
you'll
that?
get there. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're just if you're just introing the bands, I feel like, yeah, I mean, you know, you can definitely loosen
I don't
up.
want there to be like video or like any sort of anything of someone being like, oh, she's up there slurring her words.
Whoa,
like,
okay. Hold on now. I didn't say anything about slurring. I agree. That's when you've crossed over.
I can't have one drink and not be buzzed. So it just.
Yeah,
I have to be
I'm more
careful.
talking about like keeping like a, you know, just a little good feeling on up there. Maybe like before I do, you know, you go to like do like a charity live auction or something, right? Like maybe one bourbon goes down real good to just take the edge off and loosen your lips a little bit.
Yeah.
It
doesn't work that way for me.
And if you start to bomb because nobody's bidding on anything, it helps you deal with that as well. Taylor.
I go straight to drunk.
Just straight to it, just 0 to 60.
I can have like one drink and be drunk.
Oh, did I tell you all I got to look at a Cybertruck the other day?
Those are so ugly.
Somebody I knew had a Cybertruck.
There's a lot of them around town.
I guess the deliveries just hit. You know, you could reserve them during COVID. You could pre-order them, and now they're just coming about now. So you're not a fan of the aesthetics of the Cybertruck?
No, they're
Alondra?
so ugly.
I kind of So, okay. So they are, but that's the point, right?
Is it?
Is it the point to drive an ugly vehicle?
Why do you want to drive an ugly vehicle?
Well,
yeah, like
ugly,
why? Like I
ugly's-
want a badass car.
To be fair, I think ugly's, ugly's subjective. But I feel like the point is you're trying to build a car of the future or something. You want to make it look like something out of sci-fi. It is kind of, I get what you're saying. It looks like a PS1 game.
Mm-hmm.
It's angular, it's chunky, it's blocky, it's weird. But if I'm buying like a future car, it kind of checks that box, I feel. Because it is so different than how other cars look. It's made of like steel, bro, like titanium or something. Like it's thick, it's heavy when you touch it.
I made fun of Bronny James the other day because he had the Cybertruck. I was wrong. It's Shedeur Sanders that has the Cybertruck.
Oh, man.
Which
So
makes so much more sense.
You were so happy when you found that out.
I'm saying,
too.
but what do we think? Before you answer, Taylor, was Taylor more triggered by Bronny owning a Cybertruck or Shedeur Sanders owning a Cybertruck?
Shedeur.
Sanders for sure.
You think so?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's
so.
not like a LeBron James.
No,
or
he's
like,
not a LeBron
he's not
hater. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. He's a little bit of a Bronny hater, but not really as much.
Yeah.
What did Shedeur make you more angry?
No, it made me happier.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah. I just think it's on brand. I just feel like me and Shedeur are totally different personality types.
Yeah.
And that just confirmed it.
Because you're not into the Cybertruck.
No. I saw one in denim the other day, and I was like, Taylor, do not rear end this vehicle, man. Don't do it. I had to hold back.
Well, don't do it because, again, it's made of titanium. Like, your car would probably crumple if you ran into a Cybertruck.
No.
Surprising amount of room in there in bed space. I don't know.
Look,
I can't afford it, so it's not for me. Yeah, I'm all about my minivan gang. The other day, I think I freaked somebody out in the Sienna because I threw up an M at him, and they thought I was doing gang signs.
I
but
don't think they thought that.
I was just trying to be like, they didn't throw it back.
I don't think they
didn't
thought
throw it
that.
back.
They didn't throw it back.
They didn't know that M was for minivan.
No,
gang.
that's what I'm saying.
They were like,
dog.
oh my God, there's a gang member next to me at the red light.
Yeah.
In this minivan full of children.
I was alone in the car for whatever that's worth.
I mean,
not worth
alone in a
anything.
minivan's even more questionable.
Yeah.
Alone in a Minivan is going to be my album name when I finally write it. After my wife breaks up with me for choosing coffee. No, I think but like I would never. I don't know. I can't own a Cybertruck, right? It's not open to me. But like I don't hate it actually. I don't hate it. It goes 0 to 60 really fast too.
A steering wheel is kind of like a rectangle looking, right?
Damn, you know what? I didn't even look at the steering wheel. And I looked at the inside and I didn't even look at the steering wheel. I didn't notice. I know what you're talking about. I feel like I saw those originally on the design. I don't know if they ended up sticking with that or not. It does have kind of like a Titan submersible sort of feel to it in a way. Especially if it had that steering wheel.
It's about as reliable.
That you can't say that. You don't know that's true. Have you heard about Cybertrucks breaking down everywhere?
I've heard of Teslas breaking down a lot.
I mean, I do agree. That's why I'm always talking about the EV stuff with All-Star. It's like, not the EV stuff, the hybrid stuff. Is like, if you buy an EV, like, do you have to do like a custom electrical setup at your home?
Yeah, like you talking about like the charging port,
right? Yeah,
I
like
think
don't
so.
you have to get like custom work done? I'm sure in your garage or something.
I just found multiple articles that say Tesla Cybertrucks are still breaking down all the time.
Damn it!
Cybertrucks seem to be breaking down at an incredible rate. Cybertruck breaks down after 1 mile of driving.
I mean, I will say, like,
1 mile.
It's gotta
Tesla
be.
Cybertruck breaks down after going through car wash.
It's gotta be. Oh well, I mean that's true. Like, would you take your? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
how do you
weird to
wash
think
it
about.
with all the Yeah.
Wash.
Put in water. Where do you want the shark? You want the electric?
Again, give me the sharks. Give me the sharks.
How long do you have to sit there and charge an electric vehicle for?
Longer than
Depends on how far you want to go.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to plug it in every night.
No, you do.
I would
You plug
imagine.
it. No, you absolutely plug it in every night. I mean, I'm out of juice. I have to fill up, so I find my EV station. How long do I have to sit there and plug it in to get where I'm going?
I think it's about 20 minutes, maybe.
See,
It can vary from 30 minutes to over 12 hours,
Okay, well, there you
depending
go,
on the
30
battery
minutes.
size and the charging port.
That feels like a deal breaker to me.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to fill up my gas in 2 minutes and get back on the road.
Yeah.
Right?
A typical electric car takes just under 8 hours to charge from empty to full.
Damn.
So yeah, plugging it in before you go to bed, like you have to.
So you got to be like really responsible to be an EV owner, right? Like you got to be like on top of your stuff.
Feels like it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd wake up and be like, I didn't plug it in last night.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right now, my wife is probably listening saying, yo ass would never plug that car
No,
in. Never.
No, I'd forget every time and then be mad every morning.
I get a text from Victoria every Thursday morning. Hey, you forgot to bring the trash cans out.
Yeah. You know what's bad? I was leaving
I mean, trash rangers, we talk about all the time. The
Yeah, they
text
send you
message
text.
they send you would be a lifesaver for me if I could.
Yeah,
My phone is literally always dead. Always.
Your phone is?
Yes, I would not charge my car.
I
ever.
don't know. The same wormhole, I don't know if it's the borrowers or what, but the same wormhole that only swallows one sock from every pair of socks that I have also swallows phone chargers.
Yeah.
How me and my wife managed to go through and lose so many phone chargers, I just cannot fathom. I have no idea. Where do they all go? Like, I keep buying them, and they keep disappearing. There has to be a repository of our phone chargers somewhere out there. Am I alone in this? Taylor, you strike me as someone who's a very responsible phone charger setup.
So I have the little like charging pad by my bed that I just leave it on.
Like
I just
a
keep that
little
plugged in.
wireless charger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sits on the bedside table. So like I have one at work at the desk. It's a normal charger, and then that. So like I don't ever. Like,
I have one at work that
move
I've
them.
had for years that I refuse to take home because I know the second I take it
No,
home,
yeah, it
it's
stays
gonna
here.
get lost.
Yeah.
It's gonna get sucked into oblivion. The borrowers are gonna build a little boat out of it or something. I used to always think that the borrowers were taking my stuff, dude.
The who?
You ever remember that book? They've been a couple movies about it called The Borrowers. They're like these little people that live in your house and they like take your stuff and makes things out of them. It's like might take like a shoe, and that's a house for them. But where's my shoe? I don't know. Borrowers took like socks. Yeah.
Socks does blow my mind. Like how?
Don't get it.
They just disappear.
How can I only how can I have 10? Okay, if I have 10 different pair of socks, how can I literally only have one of all 10? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. What are you two giggling about back there?
Daniel Basham's comment in the chat.
Oh, I'm not looking at chat. What do you say?
I don't.
Are we allowed to read it on air?
It's a gray area for sure. you can read it if you want.
T-Bob's Cuckbull keeps stealing his phone chargers and socks. That's not true. Derek's a great guy.
He always returns it.
Derek, exactly. He's never. Anytime he's ever used a phone charger, he's never taken out the wall. Okay, which is key to making sure that the charger doesn't get lost. Go to All-Star Toyota. Right? We were just talking about EVs and whatnot, right? Go get yourself a little hybrid like I did, that little Toyota Sienna minivan hybrid where you get like over 30 miles to the gallon, bruh. When I'm rolling the interstate, the gas don't go. Does not go down. It's awesome. You save money. It's incredible. You have so much room for activities. I guess I'm just bragging about these Sienna. But the thing about All-Star Toyota is they have all of the different types of vehicles that you could want. I leased a Camry for a few years. That was great. The Toyota Tundra, everybody, if you're a truck guy, you know about that truck quality. Tacoma might be the best work truck in the entire world. The Sequoia, you want that luxury SUV. They got Highlander, RAV4. It's all there at All-Star Toyota. They got them new. They got them used. They got an excellent service center open to all makes and models. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Brian says, I never take my car through a car wash. I know Brian has a really nice car. That's interesting, though. I love a good car wash. I love the vacuum. You let your stupid kids just get crumbs all over the car over time, and then like a good juicy vacuum that makes it look brand new. Ooh, that's a good feeling, Bob. I love that feeling. You know what I'm talking about?
You'd rather your car be clean on the inside than the outside. Some people are kind of the opposite.
No, I like both. But I mean, generally you go to a car wash, you get access to the vacuums after the wash.
What was it
like that, like when you sweep stuff into a big pile and it's like a big chunky pickup. Or like you vacuum the floor and you're like, whoa, look at all this crap that was on the floor. That's crazy. Like I like that. Get off to that.
Yeah, it's like some people like to pop pimples. That's your
and
pimple
I hate
popping.
that. I hate that. That freaks
But you
me
know
out.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like some people, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely my kind of like OCD, like ASMR, like, ooh.
So a shot bag
I'm
for
really
your birthday
enjoying
next
this.
year.
No, I got a great shop vac. That's how I handled the ceiling debacle when all the freaking lint was everywhere. I bought a shop vac during COVID. I can't remember why. The only reason I remember is because the filter was all cheap because they said that all the filters had been used up for masks. Weird time. Noah Lyles got COVID. How about that? I also got a bronze in the 200.
Still one bronze, yeah.
What a beast.
When's the last time you changed your air vent?
On my car or home?
Home.
Very, we're pretty strict once a month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I keep a stack of filters ready to go.
Yeah, that feels like something Taylor would do, not you.
So yeah, I know. My wife though is just like a little allergy kid nerd, and she just is super like.
That's usually one of our biggest disagreements because Victoria comes up to me once a month. Hey, you got to change the air filter. I'm like, Victoria, this thing's good for like a year. You don't have to change it. She's like, no, once a month.
I know.
I would never change it if it was up to me.
I had to give up that fight. I had to give up that fight as well. I mean, I don't know about once a year. That seems crazy, but I could probably push it to 2 or 3 months myself. Personally, me. What about you? How often are you changing that
I'm a
thing?
procrastinator.
There you go.
Yeah. And we got those custom ones, so you can't just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get them. You got to order them.
I got a weird size as well, so I order them in bulk off of Amazon. Yeah. You know, just some home ownership tips, guys, here on a Friday.
Yeah. Or if you're renting and you want to, make sure you don't have allergies in the air.
Yeah.
Not to own the home.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. When we get back, more OTB. Coors Light shenanigans. Keep it locked.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I want you to head over, fellas, to oakparkevents.com. Okay? I've been telling you about Oak Park Events because congratulations, you just got engaged. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. And I got a hot tip for you. You know what your spouse loves, and this is not just women. Men love this as well. Everybody loves when you give a damn, right? Like you show that you're engaged, that you care, that you're thoughtful. I have literally the easiest way for you to win brownie points ever. You just got engaged. Tell your spouse, hey, baby, I'm so happy about, I've been thinking about the wedding, and I think I got a couple of venues that we should check out. You show her oakparkevents.com. You look at Oak Lodge. It has this great sort of old school New Orleans feel, absolutely beautiful bar. Or you go to Park 73, a little more wide open space. Maybe she likes that more. The bottom line is, though, you're locked in, you're engaged, you're getting brownie point. Oak Park Events, that's PARC, oakparkevents.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Farming is a way of life for us. It's not something we get up in the morning and dread going do. It's just something we go to bed at night looking forward to getting up to go do. John Deere equipment is what we as farmers strive to have. So it's in your blood, it's in your veins. It's just a part of who you are. Green is what we want to be in. The other tractors were acquired to patch it up to get to where you want to be. Where we want to be is in John Deere. flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Why can't you see?
Oh, what's happening to me? Welcome back, OTB. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, ready for the weekend. Unfortunately, not going to see Twisters tonight. Nothing that exciting. I'm going to be back at Rouse's, though, if you come holla at Chibwalla this afternoon, 3 to 5. You know? Me and my boy John. You ever heard holla at Chibwalla? We say that all the time in college. It's been a long time since I said that. Yeah, heading to the lake. That's going to be fun. It's a little Saturday at Toledo Bend.
How many more Lake Bobs we got?
I think I'm trying to go the next 3 weekends. And then we're shutting it down.
Like you and the whole crew? You and the whole family?
Yep. Ride around a little bit. Maybe do a little fishing. Just chill, man. You know? God, nothing better than just cooking a big breakfast at the lake and drinking a pot of coffee while doing so.
Do you have to, because y'all have a big family and a lot of the family goes to the lake house, do you have to like let someone know you're going to the lake house? Have you just shown up and there's been other cousins and other family members there?
No, there's like a shared calendar schedule thing, because sometimes they rent it out too. So there's like,
do?
Yeah. Oh. So it's like there's like a shared like calendar thing for sure. But you know what's cool?
Do you stay on top?
I love all my cousins and I love my aunt and uncle. You know, and I love all my family, and so it's pretty chill because we just all go to lake.
I can see you not checking the schedule, showing up there, and there's like this family that rented it out.
No, that's never. We've never.
What would you do if that happened though? Would you just turn around and go back home?
Unfortunately, I'd probably turn around and go back home.
But you would be.
T-Bob's going to be like, well, looks like we're sharing for the weekend.
He'd be calling me, hey, do you have a place in Shreveport for me to?
After what I went through a couple of weeks ago, where I had all the kids, I drove them all up there, I got them set up, I dropped them off, and then I was trying to drive to Lake Bruin to go see the boys for that concert or whatever, and I ended up accidentally driving to Arkansas and not figuring out till I was already there, then had to turn around and drive back. I can handle anything.
When was that?
A couple of weeks ago. Maybe you were out or something, I don't know.
You drove to Arkansas?
Yeah, I put in the address without the city, and it was the exact same time to get there. And I've been driving for so long that I just I was like, look, just zone out and just go. And I'm kind of along the way. At one point, I even double checked. I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? And I looked at the map and I zoomed in. I was like, oh, it's on the water. Okay, yeah, I'm going to the right place. I was not going to the right place. I drove 3 hours and 45 minutes to the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. And I realized, and I was getting so pumped to chill with the boys, dude. It's so freaking excited. I'm like, doing like the, I'm like Big Lebowski when he's like fist pumping in the car. Like, I'm so pumped. And 20 minutes before I was supposed to be there, I completely realized I'm not here. I've screwed up. What am I doing? Where am I? I should have realized way earlier. I'm an idiot. There's no way around it. But yeah, the point is I could handle that other scenario because that was one of the most enraged feelings I've ever had in my entire life. I remember I don't know what I would do if that happened to me. I went to I can't remember the name, but I went to a random bar that I found and sat at the bar alone and had like 2 or 3 beers and just sat there for like an hour.
And what city were you? Do you even know?
Played some chess. I think it was in Bossier.
Oh, yeah. Lavoisier. Yeah, there you go.
Just played some chess. And
so did you pass through Shreveport the first time?
I don't want to talk about it.
And didn't notice that you were going the wrong direction? Because isn't that one you're going to in Northeast Louisiana?
Again, I don't want to talk about it. This is when
I'd actually love to know what place you went to in Bossier.
This is where my lack of geography ends up really being an Achilles heel here. It got me into actual real life functional trouble because I just nothing clicked like it should have. Like it is unbelievably stupid. It is unreal stupid.
I'm not saying like Shreveport's a huge city, but like when you pass through it to go like up towards Arkansas, like you're going to pass through a downtown that, I mean, it looks a lot like Baton Rouge's downtown. Like you're going to notice you're in a downtown.
Yeah, and then look, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm an idiot. You know.
Who'd you call first to tell them what you had done?
I just texted. I didn't call. I mean, I had a literal adrenaline rush of just rage and self-loathing that was unlike anything I've ever felt.
I know your self-talk you had to yourself without even being there. I've seen you do it before.
It was up there. It was probably top 5 all time. Just like, you freaking piece of, you worthless, just stupid, dumb, idiot. Just really getting on myself.
So when you showed back up to the lake, with the like,
yeah, everybody's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I don't want to talk." Yeah, yeah. I felt bad too because if I would have just stayed at the lake, that'd have been fun too. Like, boy, Miles is there, my brother-in-law. I don't know. It was really dumb. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done. One of them.
Let's walk that back.
But don't walk it back too far. It's pretty freaking dumb. All right, closing out the show next. Keep it locked.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
To be a fly on that wall in the minivan, you don't want to.
You don't want to be a fly on that wall.
I'm too much of a GPS kid, dude.
Yeah.
You know? I'm so reliant on technology. It's just like, oh, you plug it in and go. Like, don't think at all.
You didn't have to MapQuest like some of us did when we first started driving.
I'm an idiot. Get Gordon and get it done.
T-Bob was storm chasing in Arkansas.
I mean, yeah, kind of. Honestly. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. Check this out. Gordon McKernan's second annual Billboard design competition is going down right now, and Gordon's inviting you to design his next billboard. You can win up to $2,000 in prizes, a donation to a charity of your choice, and a chance to see your design on billboards across Louisiana. Both children and adults can participate. You go to getgordon.com/billboards for full details and submit your design. It starts Monday, August 12th, ends Sunday, September 8th. Getgordon.com/billboards.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air during Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob, The Hunt Palmer Show, and after further review with Matt Moscone.
Elevate brand visibility, ignite customer engagement with the power of radio and digital advertising combined. Guarantee Digital Media brings the two together as a trusted media partner in Louisiana for nearly a century. Claim your free digital audit at guaranteemedia.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless...
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Hell yeah, Taylor. I'm proud of you and happy for you. My man's pumped up for a little Chinese food and movie at home. The best combination this earth has to offer.
Chinese food sounds so good.
Victoria was
We've been
like,
eating super clean for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yo, get a little down.
But you know
dirty.
what, though? Nothing tastes as good as Skinny Feels, T-Bob.
So that's for sesame seed chicken and shrimp lo mein, Bo.
she was planning on cooking something tonight, and I was like, hey, if you don't feel like
Hey,
cooking,
baby.
like you don't have to.
Stop
She's
right
like,
there.
She messaged me back. She goes, what do you want? And I was like, Chinese food would slap tonight. And she's like, sounds good to me.
What are you going to order?
Probably some vegetable lo mein, some sesame chicken.
Yeah.
Shrimp fried rice, maybe. That's usually kind of my order.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So everything.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Any crab wontons?
Depending. So, like, I eat way more of it than she does. She didn't eat a ton of it.
What is she going to order that you're going to get to eat also?
No, I mean, she kind of
Mongolian
just,
beef?
I kind of just order a lot of all three of those things, and she just kind of eats it.
Alondra, what's your go-to Chinese order?
Just some good old sesame chicken.
Is it always sesame seed chicken? I mean, it's just so good.
Yeah.
How
is
the
that what you
hell did they
said?
make? Yeah, that's what I said too. I mean, how did they make it so freaking good, dude?
Well, I'll do like beef and broccoli sometimes too.
Yeah, or
I
like the
honey walnut
Mongolian
shrimp.
beef or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff's good.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Other than Rattler, who are you most excited to see in the preseason game? Again, all jokes aside, Peyton Turner, guys. Peyton Turner, guys. I don't think they played Chase Young, right?
I wouldn't think so.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Ask the Bench. If you could have any Olympian type body, what would it be?
NBA player.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's true. I like how I was gonna say if I could be like tall, but like have like a gymnast shape. I think they look pretty hot. But
Pole vaulter,
NBA player. Yeah, French
One
pole
certain-
vaulter. French pole vaulter specifically. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Which Olympic sport would you most want to be a master in?
Basketball.
Handball.
Yeah, basketball, you'd make the most money outside of the Olympics. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but handball, dude.
You wouldn't be very good at handball.
Ask the Bench. Ben says, tomorrow's my birthday. How do I tell my wife what I really want is just play college football 25 all day with my friend Jonathan? And how do I tell my friend Jonathan I miss him? I think honest lines of communication
say
between friends are
that.
important. Just tell your boy. Just tell Jonathan. I know you and Jonathan have gotten into it before, but just tell Jonathan. Yeah, just tell him.
Yeah. have
As
we,
far as
like,
telling your wife, just tell her
say
as
it.
well, dude. Just tell her, be like, hey, man,
Do
look.
we not know how to talk anymore? and
It's my
socialize?
birthday.
My birthday.
Well, I mean, look, I get where he's coming from because wife may not be happy. You know,
It's his
maybe she
birthday.
wants, but maybe she wants to do something together. Why don't you want to do something with me? You just want to play video games with Jonathan? Why don't you want to do something with me? You don't want to go out to eat?
feel
You know,
like I
you don't want to
just
go on a
let-
date? We never go on dates anymore. You used to buy me flowers. I was going to buy you flowers. What are we going to, what's going on? Are you and Jonathan seeing each other? Is this really about college football 25? What are you and Jonathan going to sit there and jerk each other while you're playing video games all night?
All right.
I thought we were going to go on a nice date, go get some wine, but no. But you're not into that anymore. You know what? This marriage isn't working anymore. I'm out. And just like that, Alondra, you're divorced. You got to be careful with these things. Go to K2Z window coverage, KTOZblinds.com, where you're going to see the difference clearly. Football season, literally, guys, right around the corner. You got an outdoor kitchen, maybe a grill set up outdoors, some little outdoor space to chill. You want to take it to the next level, you get K2Z to put in some drop-down exterior shades. You stay cool, so you're grilling and chilling even when it's 1,000 degrees outside. Have them out to your home today. K2Z window coverage, KTOZblinds.com. Ask the bench. Wow.
Wow, that's a disgusting question.
Oh my God, you saw the same one?
No, that's.
I
had to exit out right there. That is
What is it? Ask it.
absurdly
I don't see
disgusting.
it.
No. What's more soul crushing, being pumped up for a topic that the audience is apathetic for, or the audience being pumped up for a topic you couldn't care less about? Ooh.
You being pumped up and the audience not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worse when I know I have to talk about something that I don't have passion for. Because at
That's
least
fair,
if you have passion, you can do it. But, I don't know. All right, we love you. We'll see you Monday for more OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Beat the Cardinals, dude. Not really. Just look good. RejuveMeMedical.com. Restore me, refuel me, rejuve me. You go to Rejuve Me today. You want to fight the untreated effects of age. You want to feel bigger, stronger, faster, younger, better. Perform in the bedroom. Get out of bed with energy. Get into bed with energy. Well, it's all there at Rejuve Me. They're going to customize a plan for you. Okay, so they're going to draw your lab, see where your body's efficient, where it's strong, and they're going to get you where you want to be. So they got Baton Rouge, Metairie, Slidell, Shreveport, and now Monroe as well. Go to Rejuve Me Medical, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Go to the website and get that consultation set up. Find a list of conditions that they can help you out with, or maybe you don't know what it is, but you know you're not feeling right. That's where Rejuve Me comes in. They're going to get you on a path to feeling like your youthful self. Again, RejuveMeMedical.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques, Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and